Hi!
Welcome back after a fucking long-ish hiatus. Welcome back to Wild Beyond the Witchlight D&D.
It's been a hot minute. Oh my gosh.
See you all in the chat back at the virtual table. Thank you all, by the way, just right off the bat, thank you all out there so much for your support during our insanely crazy, chaotic D&D in a castle journey. It was fucking crazy and so much fun. Can't thank that crew enough for hosting us, for Quincy, Jackie, and our special guest here, Cheide, for coming down to the castle. Jennings and Shane, you were sorely missed, and hopefully we may be able to get them into the next round, because there's rumors, there's suspects going around that maybe there'll be some fall sessions going on, and maybe we can get the entire Witchlight crew to come, and then come to the castle. No, I'm kidding. So anyway, let's get started here, everyone. It's been a minute, so I got to crack the knuckles and get back to my usual way of things. Obviously, you can see got kind of a new streaming setup going on here. No longer banished to the old bedroom. Open it up here. So this will be getting more cool and sophisticated, like all the other cool streamers that are currently on the screen. I'll have my own neon sign and my own little lights and fake plants, or are they real plants, Shane?
They're fake.
Okay,
but in my heart, they're real.
Yes, that's what counts.
That's the spirit.
But as we do here at every session of the Dicecream Twitch channel, we got to shout out our lovely sponsors, everyone. You know them, you love them. C4 Labs, everybody, an amazing TTRPG dice tray company that have made some special dice trays for us. Some of them that Shane is sporting. Also, this lovely mint green combination here that's available on their website right now. They also have other amazing designs, like this coffin one that I'm also obsessed about currently. You can go onto their website, c4labsinc.com, I believe. It'll be in the chat for y'all to check out. Go show them some love, and you can use Dicecream15 code to get 50% off all damn products. And also our dice sponsor, Crit Kit, everyone. Critical Kit, an awesome dice making company from the UK that has a wide range of like hard edge dice, all kinds of dice. They recently came out with or not recently, but my favorite set still, Witcher themed dice that they still currently have. They're always coming out with cool sets, new color combinations, all that cool stuff. And they got a US store now, so shipping and the time it takes to get to you is so quick. So go show them some love as well at critkit.us, I believe, is the site. And you can also use Dicecream15 code for 15% off them purchases as well. So CritKit, C4 Labs, we love you. And all the players at D&D the Castle loved them Dicecream trays as well. Got to give them out to Ginny D and one Mark Meir, the voice of Shepard from Mass Effect. Which they both love those trays as well. So thank you both for the supporting the show. We really do appreciate it. Okay, everyone, we're about to get back into the shit, because boy, oh boy, do I have a recap for you. We didn't get our shite in time to give you a lovely recap video that Jackie Chan usually sports, but don't worry, that'll be there on our next session. Until then, you got to rely on this idiot to fill you in on what happened last time on Wild Beyond the Witchlight. So, last time on Wild Beyond the Witchlight, our party, the Monarch 4, as they are called, has finally located the cottage, the HQ of one of three of the dangerous hags of the Hourglass Coven, the notorious group of hag sisters who has taken over the Feywild land of Prismere from its former ruler, Zabilna. The Monarch 4, of course, were hired by a warlock whose patron is Zabilna to ascertain what had happened to her. She's been missing for a long, long time, and nobody knows where she went. They used this location called the Witchlight Carnival as a way to sneak in, they had a portal to the Feywild inside. Going inside, they've come across a slew of interesting chaotic characters, talking trees, goblins obsessed with keys, a gang of Herringong, rabbit folk people where fights broke out. You usurped a bullywog kingdom and started a resistance and an uprising, left one of their buildings on fire moments before you freed a bunch of underwater creatures from being suppressed and got the F out of there out of a weather balloon, making your way over to Bavlorna's cottage. I know, Aiden, it's nuts.
It's been a great time.
I'll be honest, I would love to
doing
act.
great.
Biggest wrap up I think I've ever done as well. I literally just encapsulated like
I'm not surprised.
Story.
I'm not even the slightest surprise. It's expected.
So currently at Bavlorna's cottage, you used a bullywog pilot to get you over to where her cottage was situated. Amongst like heavy cloud cover and fog, her cottage came up open to you, sort of on top of a swamp on heavy stilts. But unfortunately, your way inside wasn't very stealthy as Quincy slipped on the rope going down, fell several feet, smacking onto a outdoor patio that was covered in frogs. That
Natural two and a natural one don't treat you well.
Upon your arrival, alerting the inhabitants inside to your presence. But there was no one raced at you. There weren't a bunch of guards that came and tried to capture you. It was eerily quiet. And the four of you, one of which I should mention, our lovely Lucifer, Red Tiefling Boy Jennings, is in Europe currently with his family. We wish him all the best, and he will return in no time. But the four of you start exploring the cottage a little bit. On this ground floor, you notice there was a pool of sorts that looked like it was overflowing, like the drain had been clogged or something like that. There was a bobbing lily pad in the corner, a few random items strewn about. There were some mannequins with clothing on them, to which Ebby over here, our Aarakocra, peacock, feather druid, went to investigate, and a hat that is situated on one of the mannequins just lunged at you, and it turned out to be an octopus-like creature that wrapped itself around your head and then bolted off into the darkness, alerting you that not everything is what it seems here in Bavlorna's cottage. You also encountered a bunch of mini little frog people that looked decrepit and creepy with big bulging eyes that spotted you and just ran off upstairs, to which you then tried to pursue, but they were too fast. Took you up to the upper levels of the cottage, where again you started exploring random rooms, and you managed to find a secret door that led to a passage down a hallway. And as Ebby and Jennings started to explore further, they noticed that their size started shrinking, a la Alice in Wonderland, and their voices got incredibly high-pitched that led them into a mouse-like door. When they opened said door, it led them underneath a chest of drawers of sorts that was in fact Bavlorna's sort of living quarters of sorts, a sort of living room meeting area where she was talking to a darkling elder known as Charm, which you had all heard about was the owner of the shop back in the Bullywug Kingdom, to which Quincy had a bit of a history of trying to kill the shopkeepers, and they wound up getting imprisoned by the Bullywug. Wait.
She doesn't know yet.
I digress.
She doesn't.
We digress.
But
Still
with
going back for
Jennings
that eventually.
with Lucy and Ebby underneath his chest of drawers, eavesdropping on the conversation between Bavlorna and Charm. It wasn't too long until Bavlorna's Lornlings, the little mini frog people, turned around and just were beelining at that exit this whole time, staring at it, and spotted Lucifer and Ebby, to which Bavlorna said, "Wait, don't be shy. Come out of the darkness and let's have a little talk." And Bavlorna, of course, being this decrepit, dry-skinned, amphibious, frog-like creature with big bulbous eyes, stringy hair, just disgusting green-skinned lady, pulled you out of underneath the chest of drawers as your body just suddenly grew back to large size and the chest of drawers toppled over. Hearing the commotion inside, of course, Moss and Quincy needed to act fast, with their plans seemingly being Quincy disguise selfing as Agdon Longscarf, leader of the Herringong gang that Lucifer murdered. And of course, Bavlorna does not know this. Agdon works for Bavlorna. And Moss, I believe, just darted up the stairs out of the way while you opened the door to go inside. And your plan currently was to convince Bavlorna that you came here, hired some mercenaries, which I assume was Lucifer and Ebby, because someone is not
And Moss.
always here to
Moss
be.
was there too.
And Moss.
I hired those three. Yep.
Tried to convince her that Charm here has ulterior motives, as you rolled a very high perception check to notice that Charm did not have a shadow casted on them. Everything else in the room had a shadow except Charm. This was enough to lay some doubt in Bavlorna's mind to allow you to search the premise for any kind of wrongdoings that could have been going on. As the rest of you kind of split up looking for more intruders, you were able to explore the cottage a little bit. Ebby and Lucy found a couple of really weird rooms with just like discarded trash in one room, and another one was a makeshift distillery being made of alcohol and beer. Super crazy. Moss going up the stairs, finding Bavlorna's bedroom with a treasure trove of a random junk hoarder's pile of things. One being a will-o-wisp in particular, bobbing up and down as you found like a chest that you were able to pick, I think. And there was a door leading to another room that you went into that was Bavlorna's bedroom. And as you walked inside, you noticed one of the Lornlings dead on the ground, gasping for air as it pointed up to the ceiling. And you looked up and this shadowy, gloomy figure was hiding in sort of the corners of the room and lunged at you. And this is where we're going to pick up our story. So for now, we're going to wave goodbye to Mr. Cheide for a little bit. He will be popping up later in the story. So we'll get to him in just a minute. But as... Oh, I gotta find the right song. Where is it? There it is.
No, I like that one. That one's peaceful.
That could happen there.
Shadowy figure lunges at you, Moss. I need you, and only you, at this moment, to roll initiative.
I don't like these. Crap. Oh, fuck. Okay. We're fine. I got it. We're fine. No, that's a 10.
10. Okay. So, as this shadowy figure starts to lunge at you, you have seconds before reacting, but your monk-like skills kick in instantly, and you're able to make one quick move at this thing before it's about to strike you. What would you like to do?
Oh, frick. Totally, like, random. Is there anyone tied up in the room at all? Can I do a perception check?
Tied up in the room?
Yeah, is there anyone, I don't know who, tied up in the room?
Make a perception.
This room? Damn it. Okay.
I'll give you as a freebie. I won't make you use it as an act.
Perception. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Looking around this dark, gloomy room here where Bavlorna is, this musty room in this attic with all these things laying about it, like musical instruments, toys, dolls, jewelry boxes, flower vases, child-sized caskets, broken furniture, heaps of oddities all around you. You don't notice anyone tied up. You don't see any other sort of figures in the shadows. Just seems to be that Lornling in this shadow literally leaping at you.
Fuck. Okay, so if I have the first action, I don't care how yellow-bellied it is, I'm gonna take a key point to use Step of the Wind to disengage and run the fuck downstairs.
Okay. Okay. So Step of the Wind disengaging, so it will not get an opportunity attack on you. Let's see here. So you've got a lot of movement. Where do you want to move?
I want to, if there is a railing right there before the stairs or not. I just want to leap over it and literally just like roll down the stairs. I want to make as much racket as possible to get everyone's eyes on me. And if this thing's chasing me, then like I want to regroup with people.
Okay. Make me an acrobatics check.
Fine, we're doing well. 12. Fuck.
Well, I'll also mention, as you like got that pretty good perception check, looking around as this thing's leaping out, you're just like blocking the room as you're taking a step back before darting. You do notice one hand reaching out to you, and in the other hand, there seems to be this shining, not translucent, this very pearlescent, multiple color changing sheen on a spool of thread that it's holding in its other hand as it leapt at.
Oh.
Okay, got it. So 12. What does a 12 get me?
Well, so yeah, no
TM?
problem. You kind of look around the room, you clock that's holding something in its hand as like a streak of light coming from a nearby window sort of hits that spool of thread, and then you go to back away and you just kind of do a cartwheel out of the room and jump over the banister, put your hand on it, able to leap over it, no problem, land on the stairs and do like a somersault trying to like hit the walls with your hands as you're expertly rolling down. So they all you make a pretty good amount of noise. I'll have...
Great, I'm downstairs now. You just see like this giant 6'3" tabaxi cat just like rolling down the stairs like, long scarf, there's something up there!
Okay, let's see here. So I'll take your character, we'll move you down to the bottom of the stairs here. And with that, so roll
Okay.
down the stairs, make a bunch of noise. Those of you in the living room here with Bavlorna, with you, Quincy, as Agdon, you hear a...
Boss, what is going on?
Sorry, sir. There's something upstairs. It tried to attack me.
You don't move. And I point to Charm and be like, I told you something was up with this. Show me. And I'll go. I wanna walk up.
Okay.
Back into the danger. Okay.
So, Moss, you stay down there with Charm and Bavlorna.
No, I want to go up with Quincy, to show him what I saw and hopefully tag team.
Okay. So as the two of you go up those stairs and you're like, something's up there, someone's trying to attack me. Bavlorna with Charm goes, what are you up to? I don't know what you're talking about. I've been here the whole time. You've seen me here.
That shadow! As I run up the stairs.
No shadow.
Go investigate. You stay right here. And Bavlorna and the little Lornlings like turn around on her shoulder and like jump off on the ground and go over to Charm, who's sitting on that sort of nice embroidered or upholstered chair with the dark orange velvet crushed backing and cushion on the seat. The two Lornlings just grab like the bottom pant leg of Charm. As Bavlorna kind of lets you leave the room. So the two of you go back up to the third floor.
Mm-hmm.
So you're back into this main room here with that door open. Just to reiterate what's in here, because it has been a little bit. So there's that little bob of light that's kind of bobbing and weaving above the rafters, casting shadows over the room, that little will-o-wisp.
Can I touch that?
No, don't. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, it doesn't care, but that little vicinity over there, little radius of that like locked chest, it
It's
don't like
protected.
you. No.
It's protected. There's something in there. Okay, what did you see? What did you see?
No, I couldn't see anything. When I got over there, it tried to attack me, and then I got out of the radius of that locked box, and then it was like, oh, I'm fine. I'm chill, dude. Whatever.
Okay,
Like, what
so
the heck? What's up with that? I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway. So, stay away from the lockbox. I wasn't able to get in there. But what I am concerned with is that one of those little mini Bavlorna things was dying in there, and there was this shadowed figure in there that tried to lunge at me. And I
Wait.
escaped. And now I'm back here again, so that's
Is it
great.
still in there?
Well, it didn't try to come after me, so I'm guessing it's still in there. Which is weird. Nothing about it. I was hoping you'd try and chase me.
Okay. Did you see anything? So it's trapped in that room in there?
I don't know if it's trapped. It's just refusing to leave. It doesn't like that I'm in there. So it's a no-no zone. Apparently.
Should we capture it? Or we
I
could
feel
bring
better-
Babylorna up here to see.
I feel better having you here than just me by myself because I don't know what kind of creature that is.
Okay, well, I'll reach into my bag and I'll create Reggie and have Reggie kind of just like there in his flamethrower mode. So like I have a cone and I'll put that right in front of the door. I'll be like, okay, open the door. Anything comes out, I'm gonna burn it.
Okay, I'm going to prepare an action to dodge.
Okay, so let me. I can't remember if we have. Did we have? I think we had a Reggie. Do we have a Reggie token? I don't think we have one yet.
Also, Jackie, could you send me the link to the Roll20, please?
Yes.
All right. For all intents and purposes, this will be Reggie.
Hooray!
I meant hooray.
All right. So your metallic griffin that you expertly kind of have on you at all times is able to transform into various objects. Suddenly, this little bird-like metal metallic figure starts to transform its body as you kind of put it usually onto your forearm with that really sick gizmo you have. Lock it off, put it on the ground as three legs kind of prong up, and it starts to walk its way over towards the door as it makes this singular cannon. And you point it towards the closed door as you all start to make your way towards it. As Jackie, you sort of get your hands ready to be able to dodge if anything comes out of there. Who's opening door first?
Ladies
If
first.
I open the door, do I still have my dodge action?
Yeah, you've taken the dodge action, so whatever, if anything
Like,
comes
what-
at you, you'll be able to.
Perfect. I go in.
All right,
I'll show you where it is.
Oh boy.
all right. So opening the door, Quincy behind. Reggie.
Yeah.
Reggie. It's been a minute. So Reggie, going in, Moss with your tabaxi hands, just quietly go over, claws scrape against the metal doorknob. Push it open. And again, inside the room, that musty smell kind of wafts back towards you. There's still just heaps of discarded blankets, quilts, all kinds of just junk in here, jewelry boxes, flower vases. You still see that stag skull hanging on the wall. You still see that white porcelain jar with chicken legs standing on a table. You see a fancy helmet placed on the faceless head of a wooden mannequin. And a 5-foot-long bronze statue of a giant frog squatting in a corner. Its mouth agape, filled with what you can't really see inside of it. It just seems like a sort of a dark hole. There's not a lot of light in here, and there's just like a weak sort of croaking still coming out of it. This is what you saw when you first entered the room before the shadow attacked you.
Quincy.
What?
I think I'm going to go after the chicken legs.
Is the thing in there?
I got distracted by the chicken legs.
Make a
Well-
perception check.
Huh, okay. Ooh. 22.
22. So looking in here, you don't seem to see any shadows out. As you kind of walk by the door on that sort of chest or that shelving unit, those 4 potted plants, what looks to be just like dead flowers or dead twigs kind of moving on the side of it. You don't see anything in here. Nothing's moving around. That dead lordling is still there. But you do see kind of akin to the one of the walls where there's like a piece of the floorboard that's kind of bent up a little bit. You see that spool of thread placed right beside it.
Can I do an Arcana check on the spool of thread?
Sure thing.
I don't hear Moss like panic and scream like the thing is still in there, so I'm gonna walk like behind her
Ooh.
and kind of like peer in as well and just see and just see and everything.
And Reggie's
Great.
still placed there in front of the door?
Yep.
Or does Reggie go on walk behind you?
I'll just leave him there. I'll leave him there. It's fine.
Okay. Where'd you get there, Moss?
Crit kit dice over 117 on the dice plus 118.
Ooh. So,
Arcana.
quick question. Do you pick it up or are you just looking at it?
I'm looking at it because compared to the shadowed figure, it was very translucent and glowing. I want to know if there's like I don't pick it up. I just because I'm curious about that bent wood beside it. I'm worried that if I do touch it, the shadow figure will come out. So I'm just kind of like
just looking at it. And Quincy, as you enter into the room, you see Moss kind of walking over to this sort of floorboard that's kind of not like bent up. It's just like up like this, like a little bit.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But you also notice that spool of thread because the color on it seems to be kind of changing ever so slowly. So important question for both of you. And this is going to be a very random question, but for Quincy and Moss, what color would you associate with the emotions of frustration and self-doubt?
Ooh.
red and gray.
Red and gray.
I would
That
say
for me.
Yeah, I would probably say like a sickly yellow
Ooh.
and a mixed with like just probably like a mud brown.
Okay. So, Moss, you go over to the spool of thread and you notice this sort of pearlescent visage of color slowly changing. First you look at it, it's more of a darker red hue. And then as you're kind of going over to it, you're not too sure. It's almost like one of those pictures that has an animatic
I'm just darting back and forth.
where like, yeah, you're like kind of looking at it one way and like the red sort of slowly turns into a light gray.
Oh.
And you look at it again and it slowly turns back into a red. And,
Hey, Quincy, this is trippy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No, look at this spool, dude. Just vibe with it. Just look at the spool.
It looks like puke.
No, I see red and then gray and then red again.
Oh, you're saying
Gray.
something. Okay.
So,
Where
yeah,
is the thing that you were looking after?
And so Quincy, when you look at the spool, same thing. It's sort of coloration is sort of changing based on how you're looking at it and how close in proximity you get to it. Were you starting with a sickly yellow and then the spool kind of changing down the line, it gets into like a muddy brown the more you kind of work around it. It's kind of interchanging between the two of them.
Weird. So what was the shadow doing in here?
Do I see like the little Bavlornling thing
Yeah.
on the ground? Okay, so I point over to that. So
Oh.
when I came in here, this thing was dying and its last breath was pointing at this shadow figure that lunged at me, but the figure had this spool on them. So that's why I'm hesitant to touch it, because from what little I know about this creature, it's associated with that thing, that spool.
So it wanted that.
It had it already, but it was diving at me. And I think it was just because I was trespassing, but I didn't know that. I just thought it was going to try and tie me up.
I don't know. Well, looking at the thread, and since this Bavlorn is a taxidermist, I'm pretty sure that's hers. So I would presume that the shadow was trying to steal that. So I have a plan. Also, is that Clapperclaw's head? Point to the skull on the wall.
I didn't even notice that. I was looking at the chicken legs. I'm hungry. We haven't eaten yet. Okay. We haven't. But
I think we should take that though.
yeah, put it in your bag of holding, dude. Oh, unless you just want to just like go downstairs like, hey, this dude keeps talking about his head. Can we return it to him? I don't know. You can do either one. Doesn't matter.
I want to try to invoke the rule of reciprocity. I want to look around real quick. I don't see the shadow either.
Shadow doesn't seem to be here. All that's in this room, apart from that desk, which again, thank you, Jackie, for clarifying. You had not unlocked it because that will-o-wisp, as soon as you went to touch the chest, the will-o-wisp started to attack you. You're like, fine, won't fucking touch it. Yeah, you don't see a shadow. You just see the stag skull. You see the porcelain jar with the chicken legs inside of it, the chicken bone legs, and then the wooden mannequin with that odd big helmet that it's wearing.
Can I take a piece
Poke
of
with
my
your staff.
poke you with my staff? I was gonna pick it up with like a spare piece of my dress that I have that I'm still wearing.
That works.
It's ugly as hell.
That works.
Okay, so I'm gonna like make like a little makeshift mitt. I'm pick it up. Pick up the spool.
Pick up the spool with the mitt. Okay, so you rip off a piece of your
Bullywug dress.
the dress that you had made. Yeah,
Because I was trying to woo the king.
that's right. You made yourself Princess Mystica outfit.
Yes.
With your awesome gown that you're wearing. So yeah, you rip up a piece of the skirt part of the dress, wrap it around your hand like a mitt. You pick up the spool, and the coloration still sort of shining and changing. You just pocket it.
Yes.
Maybe we should show Babylona that was something the shadow is after.
But if this is hers, because she's a really psychotic taxidermist, you saw that horse carcass head. That was terrifying. Yeah. What if this is like her special spool? If we're like showing it to her,
But if we have proof that was something that this charm person was after, it might be better in our favor. I think we should be a little bit truthful here. I'll hold up my hand.
You want it?
I'll take it. I'll
You
take it.
want
I want it. And so
you take the thread spool.
the thread spool, but it like in the mitt.
So you wrap a piece of cloth around your hand as well.
Well, like I'm taking her hand and like the mitt that's there and kind of like and grabbing it, and I'd be like, whatever you want in here, grab the chicken legs. I don't care, but I'm gonna go down and talk to Babylon about this.
All right, and it's from there that we're gonna cut camera, change the scene over to Lucy and Ebby. So, Lucy and Ebby, you, I believe, were currently in that distillery room.
Yep.
That just smelled fucking awful. You came across a contraption made of entangled copper tubes connected to a pot-bellied boiler, and a dozen cylindrical containers, which in turn sprout even more tubes that feed into buckets. Barrels were clustered in the southeast corner, and there was a work table in one corner of the room with bits of copper and metalworking tools strewn across it, with light filters in through the green diamond-shaped panes of glass set into the window. And I believe you kind of looked around, and there were these barrels weighed like 250 pounds or something like that. There were 6 of them collecting stinking alcohol, and it just smelled gross.
Yeah. So I'm just going by my last note. Abby yells, "Another door!" and just runs out and bursts it open with both his hands.
Wait, no, shouldn't we be able to? Oh, all right. As you burst through the door, as Lucy tries to stop you, as they're both kind of on opposite ends of the room, kind of looking at, investigating the thing. And you're like, "Another door!" Boof! And you burst it open, which takes you. Here.
Oh God. It's a hall.
Do you go in further?
Yes.
Yes, Edge.
Shane's been deprived. He's going full send right now.
That is the spirit we love in this campaign. Okay.
Air smells different in here.
All right. So as you kind of run inside, just place your figure where you're going. Are you going completely into the room, or are you kind of
right here for now.
All right. Are you trying to just not be noticed?
Just as much as he's excited, just kind of still be like at his wits, terrified of, miniature octopuses. So doing a perception check.
Okay, make a perception check.
23.
23. So, you go in here, and immediately the smell of stale blood just hits you in the face. The smell of iron and copper just fills into your nostrils as you hear a loud thunk, 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 like a butcher's knife just slamming against a hard table. So you can kind of see down the hallway into a pretty big portion of this. So you're looking at a gore-spattered kitchen with a stout figure with a stained apron, iron boots, and a crimson cap, and a bloody meat cleaver as it's severing apart a pair of vultures around a butcher's block. And you could hear a couple other of the vultures squawking as they fight over a scrap of meat. The figure itself seems like a stout, small creature. It kind of resembles almost like a halfling to an extent, but the skin is a bit more leathery. It's got like bandages wrapped around its forearms. Its fingers a bit more elongated. There's like black nails kind of pointed and sprouting out of the hand. Got this giant sort of red hood coming off of the back of its head, sprouting down, and pieces of the material coming down past its neck. The bloody apron is covering most of the front part of it, and has these giant iron boots that are just thick and just slam against the ground as it's just slamming this butcher's knife and ripping apart these vultures. The nose is kind of bunched up like this against its face. Big bushy white eyebrows, bushy hair that's kind of coming out from the red cap, pointed ears, and beady little red eyes with sharp white teeth coming out of the mouth.
So to the sound, Abby kind of stops in his tracks and then just like turns slightly and whispers under his breath, but not in a way of being sneaky, but like, Lucifer, I think this room belongs to you.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, say that again.
Lucifer, I think this room belongs to you.
So you say that to Lucy, and Lucy kind of comes over. Says, "What have you got? What have you found now? What?
Blood.
Blood. I don't know if I want to get this outfit very dirty. I could maybe get a chance to peruse a little bit, but you're kind of I don't know, I feel like our tongues have gotten us into a lot of trouble here lately, Abby. Maybe you should be the one to negotiate a bit of communication. I feel like people tend to like you a bit more than us these days.
Okay. So Abby just like slowly starts walking in, saying, hello. Thing in here. I like your hat.
All right, so as you go in, this stout little crotchety figure. Oh, I see. Yes, yeah. I've already prepped a few of these, but you'll do nice here. Come inside. Come inside here, my friend.
Lucifer, go first.
What's that?
Lucifer, go first.
Well, come on, Abby. I think you've got this. You've had a bit of a hard time with us, and we always seem to get ourselves into trouble so very often. You really want me to deal with this? This is a time for you to shine, to show that everyone and anything can be peaceful around here. And you see Lucy kind of like sees the situation and like clocks immediately what's going on, but Lucy just wants to see what's going to happen, is kind of like egging you on to go forward.
Abby's face just like kind of goes like an emotionless glare at him, and then goes back. It's like, oh, I'll stand here, but hi, I'm here from Bavlorna. Hello, it's nice to meet you.
That's so
You're here for Bavlorna.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. But please come, make yourself comfortable, and just the carcass vulture that he's freshly chopped with blood strewing out of its neck and part of its body, feathers everywhere. Just takes its little like leathery arm and wipes the table clean as the carcass falls on the ground. As you start walking him forward, you see two vultures that are flapping around and eating like discarded meat and like stretching it between them, and their beaks like stretching the sinews of meat and muscles, and it snaps as they fight over more food. And the red cap is just like, yeah, come, lay right down here. It should be long.
And he's gonna hold an action. Just to like get the fuck out of there. If he needs. I'm gonna stand, but
It comes back defeathered.
Oh no.
Hi. I don't want to kind of lie down there, and I just need to look around a little bit.
So you go to the table, start like gingerly walking around it.
Yeah, just like
your feathered hands like going against the top, being like,
exactly.
no, and this little guy is like here, like the table is like here. And he's just staring at you like he's like, no, on the table, friend, on the table, come.
I think it's better you got on the table.
I mean, I am used to dealing with birds my size, but maybe getting a little bit of a leverage would be a good idea. This little stout, like creature with these big, bushy white eyebrows and leathery skin and big red hood that's falling down with this big leather apron stained with blood. Like the hands are like, it's like they were crushing grapes. They're just covered and stained with red liquid. And their boots, big metal black boots, are stuck in the floorboards here. And he's up here. He's like, come on, I'll even help you out.
So Abby already kind of like has the freaking notion that this is not a good idea. But he's gonna do an insight check for motive.
Okay. Roll insight.
I think he wants to kill you. I'm no expert,
so
but I'm
too.
just presume.
This is what happens when Lucifer's not here. When Jennings isn't
The
here,
one time
we're like,
Abby may
go.
want someone to stab somebody. 14.
14. So looking around this room seems to be obviously a prep cook of some kind. It looks like he's preparing Bavlorna's dinner, and the various Lornlings are around the cottage. Presumably, it seems that he thinks you were sent to be prepped for dinner, not clocking that you're a guest of Bavlorna's or that you're a guest here. He just thinks that, a huge bird to defeather and to cut up to pieces for tonight's meal.
Okay.
They start delivering themselves.
Right? Uber personal.
Fate.
So Abby's gonna trust his gut and be like, in his mind, like, I think I should say something just kind of more obvious. I'm an inspector sent by Bavlorna to look for some malicious things.
Make a deception check.
But I'm not lying!
You know what? Okay, deception or persuasion. I'll let you choose.
Ooh.
They're both the same bonus. Dirty 20.
Oh.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Oh, I missed that one. Wow, get in the fucking...
Only counts if it's low.
So this little red cap staring at you, hungry, like looks like this is a challenge. Oh, I'm so ready to dive into this. And then you say, "Oh, I'm a guest of Bavlorna. I've been here to inspect some weird things going on in that cottage." Oh. You here to unplug the preservation pool?
Do tell me more about what that is.
It's a bit murky and dirty right now, but the preservation pool is how Bavlorna keeps her long life. She uses the dumps in there, and the skin gets all de-aged and unwrinkly, and that's how she's able to live so long. Sometimes I'll take some foods, because some things are better eaten when they're young. So I'll take some animals and I'll go down there, throw them in the preservation pool so they're nice and plump in a juicy age, and then I'll stab them in the chest, and then I'll wring their neck, and then it makes a very lovely dish.
Sounds exciting.
It very much is. I'm very much looking forward to put you in there, but I would never harm a guest. Bavlorna has very specifically told me that I'm not allowed to murder any more guests, because of my culinary interests. But it's fine. It's okay.
That's wonderful. I knew we could be friends.
Yes. Good friends. You were careful there, because this thing was about to go right into your backside. He just slams it onto the table as it indents on an angle. But that's perfect. I can lead you down, and you can fix that no problem for us.
It wouldn't be a problem. Yeah. But first, which is lovely that you're going to help, but we need to do something first. I see there's doors here. We just need to inspect them and just look around. Is that okay? But I do have a question first, because you said something very wonderful. Is there a way to take that water?
Take the water?
Yeah. I carry it, somehow I take it away.
I'm not very much inundated in the magic of hands, but the water right now is very dirty and murky because it has not been replenished. If you were to unplug it and make new waters flow, I'm sure Bavlorna would be able to take some. If you're into bathwater things, that's up to you. It's not really my whole deal, but some people like that stuff.
I've seen
Gonna buy Bavlorna's bathwaters?
Oh my
What
gosh.
is this?
It's on Etsy. File.
I understand bathwaters
No.
for some. I understand bathwaters for some reason get an interesting price out there. Wonderful. But let's look at the other doors. Yeah? Yeah?
You want to look at the doors?
I want to just see what's inside, and if there's anything special in each room, please let me know.
There was one thing that was a little bit weird. Here, come, follow me. And he kind of gets off the table here, and leads you over to this door here. And as you kind of go and follow him, and Lucifer the whole time is loosely following behind, and you can just hear him laughing ever so slightly at everything that's going on. Just loves seeing you just kind of squirm and trying to talk your way out of things. But as you kind of get close to the door, you do start to notice this low humming sound, buzzing sound, and this is what you had heard, I think, last session when you were downstairs. And you were trying to go out one door, and you heard a smattering of insects, of bees. That was a low hum at the bottom of the stairs, and you decided not to go up there because you didn't want to deal with that. But the buzzing is getting louder and louder, and as the red cap opens this door over here, opens it wide, that leads stairs down to the first floor of the preservation pool area, and this loud buzzing starts to hit your ears as this sort of insect beehive nest of wasps is in the corner, and you just see a ton of them flying in and out as a few of them just waft into the room and kind of hitting the walls and the ceiling.
Baby's my friends! And so he runs over and he's just I found you again! And he just starts talking to them again.
All right, what do you want to say to them?
That.
I found you again!
Yes.
All right, roll animal handling.
Natural 20.
Ooh!
Let's go.
So the bees kind of swarm out of the corner. It's kind of chaotic at first, and they're all all over the place. And they're my friends, and all of them this sort of swarm cloud just suddenly. like, but they're standing in place, like.
Oh.
Cute.
Like they're in unison, like nodding to you and like reacting to what you're saying.
Okay. And then Abby looks to the little thing and it's just like, these are my friends. They seem upset. But
These are your friends. They've been causing us quite the trouble. I've had to walk by them many, many times. Got me here and here and here and all over the place.
well, have you asked them not to?
I don't speak bee.
That's just unfortunate for you. They're quite lovely.
Help us solve these problems. Do your job.
Well, how about this? Abby goes up to the bees and like, can you guys? And Abby looks at the person who's like, and you too, not hurt each other?
And then two of the bees like separate from the insect cloud, and one goes, and another one goes.
Wonderful. You should be able to live in peace now with the bees.
And then the hands go together towards the red cap.
They don't like you.
Yes, well, I tried to get them out a few times with some smoke bombs and other ailments. Davlona didn't want me to chop down the nest because she has something about the honey that she likes, but fine, I won't try to kill you anymore, fine.
Honey's nice. I like honey. What's with this honey?
It's just bee honey. Seems to like it.
Do you have some of that honey with you right now?
I tried, and he like unbandages his hand and his forearms just covered in welts and stings and everything.
Okay. Abby looks at the bees and is like, trying to think about what to say, right? You're honey. Why do they want it?
To the bees?
Yes. It's amazing, apparently. So Abby thinks for it. Abby thinks for a moment, and then looks at things. He's like, "Do you have And he glances at the room, an unused and clean jar."
Yes, I think there's one downstairs. Come, follow me.
And looks at the bees. It's like, I would love some honey if that's okay. I'll go get something to carry it, but like, is that okay? Okay, I'll be back. But there's like, Abby gets distracted by seeing the three other doors. It's like, but is there anything else in these doors that's important?
They just lead to some boring rooms with a bunch of junk. Davlona's a bit of a hag holder, you know what I mean?
Abby looks to Lucy, like, Lucy, go look at the other rooms. There's junk, and you know junk is. Just look at the other rooms. And so,
Aye, Captain. And he just sort of walks off to explore some of the other rooms.
Okay.
But as the red cap takes you back to the bottom of the steps here, all the way down to the second floor, you kind of come out from these stairwell here. Clabberclaw, you sort of come down the stairs, and Clabberclaw is kind of hiding behind under this table here where you left him before, with his gourd head sort of shaking with his claw.
Is he under the sleeping bag? Is he still under the sleeping bag?
Yeah, he's over him, and he's just standing there, just hiding behind the table.
Lovely.
We moved the mirror.
Oh, I thought about that. I'm okay with that.
And as the red cap takes you down to his lower level, he says,
Yeah, you unclog the drain, I'll get you your jar. Sound good?
Make it 5 jars. 5 jars.
5 jars, fuck, I don't even own jars, I just cook birds. I guess I'll fucking try to find them.
Wonderful. Well, now, where's the drain exactly, if you don't mind? Just like pointing it
It's
out.
right there in the middle over there. Right here.
Deal. Okay.
Alright, I'll go see about getting those jars for you, my feather friend.
he goes to you and like sniffs like a piece of your feathers, like from your back, as he just gets in super close.
That's a shame.
I know. I know it's high quality, isn't it?
The best I've smelled in days.
Abby's like innocently taking the flattery. So Abby looks at the center. He's gonna fly and just hover over it.
Okay.
Can I see anything down inside of through the water, or is it just totally murky?
Yeah, make a perception check.
12.
12. Yeah, you look down. You can kind of see there's definitely some blockage in there, but it's really dark. It's kind of hard to see. You can see kind of some of the water reflecting off of the light a little bit in here. You can see there's a blockage of some kind, but it's hard to see what it is from this place, from this height you're hovering above it.
Okay. Abby is in that perception. Did I know how deep it is?
Let me see. You can see about 10 feet down, where you start to see the blockage reflecting off of the water a little bit. But it's hard to see what it is.
Okay. I am going to use my mage hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to reach down with mage hand and try and see if I can lift anything out from the bottom.
Okay.
With my mage hand.
I think the mage hand can pull 10 pounds, right?
I think so, yeah. So if it's in multiple pieces, I'll do 10 pounds at a time. It won't work.
Okay, let me see here. So you take your mage hand as you flutter it out, where it kind of like mimics your feathered hand, and it droops down to the blockage as the water kind of peers through it. And with the mage hand, you can kind of feel like internally like the pull of something. Kind of like when you go down an elevator, you have that sort of, that rising feeling inside. There's like an innate instinct that you can kind of feel when the mage hand is pulling at something. The mage hand goes down and just goes. You can try to grab something with it and pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that the mage hand kind of goes into something. It's a bit of a tough, viscous sort of motion. Like you can't feel like, it's not like a fingerprint. Like you can't feel what the mage hand is feeling, but you can just feel like the stunt force of it blocking against something. And then you make it go deeper. You just feel the mage hand kind of breaking against whatever this blockage is and try to pull it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
As it happens,
Abby gets boiled in oil.
your mage hand, as you see it, you're sort of rising it up from above, and your mage hand starting to pull something out, and it's struggling. And through the 10 feet of darkness in this well, the water starts to bubbling over, and this viscous jello-like material starts to come out of the well and form into a big gelatinous cube
Don't lick it!
is popping
It's Jello!
out of said well.
PTSD, trauma.
But as that also happens, you hear a voice following this particular gelatinous cube. Cheide, would you like to describe what your character looks like as this soaking, gelatinous, ooze-filled body of a hulking Leonin comes out of
What?
the cell?
Are you saying Abby
Parts of
unlocked
his armor
this character?
acidically burning. Aiden, would you like to describe your character, please, and what you say when you get out of the well?
I am Archeon the Hunter. I am a 7'9", 410 Leonin barbarian.
Dang!
I've adorned gladiator-like armor. I have many wounds from my many battles as my hunting career continues. And currently, little bits of me have been eaten away because I have been stuck in that cube for 2 days! 2 days! I shake off all the goo. And I'm like looking back and forth where the gelatinous cube is, and I am just as confused as everybody else is because I was expecting my plan to go super smoothly. I was trying to make my way secretly into this camp here, this area here, and unfortunately ran into a giant gelatinous blockage, which one I was not expecting, and I have been currently stuck in that cube. Days.
So, Abby, you see this hulking barbarian of a Leonin burst out of the well as they kind of is able to excavate themselves from the cube's sticky surface. This loud roar comes out of the well as he's just pissed the fuck off. Quincy and Jackie, I'm going to have you roll perception checks to see if you can hear this dull roar coming from the second floor of the closet.
Come on, feline ears. You recognize another feline. Let's go.
15.
15.
Perception?
Yeah.
That's 16.
16. So you, as you're about to reach for those particular items in this room, you just hear this low hum of a roar come from the lower levels of the cottage. Did you want to accompany this sound, or do you want to stay there and kind of do your own thing?
Why do I feel like Ebby and Lucifer touched something?
Oh, let's be honest. It's Lucifer. Ebby wouldn't touch a
Okay.
thing.
You think they're fine? They're fine.
Okay. Abby and Arctreon, roll initiative.
11.
19.
Okay.
Oh, this is where Abby dies.
It'd blow our cover if we went to go help.
Yeah,
Unless we can try and
wouldn't-
like shape it to be like, oh, intruder.
It
Ah.
wouldn't smooth it out real well, so I don't feel good enough yet.
You guys got this.
And believe.
Got
Arctreon,
this.
19. Abby, what did you get?
11.
11.
Woo.
Okay. So, Arctreon, you are first. What would you like to do?
Oh, I am gonna destroy that cube.
Yeah, do it.
What do I got here? Well,
Yeah,
I
say
am
it.
going to, as a matter of fact, I am gonna rage. Absolutely. And because I am wild magic barbarian, I get to roll my d8 and see what's up.
So I believe that's when you hit someone, you roll on the wild magic team.
I thought it was rage.
When you go into a rage and you hit something, you can add that to your attack. I believe.
So you have to be
Right.
raging.
Right.
If you rage
But
against
you
it,
are,
once
so
you
let's
hit
go
someone,
then.
you can then roll on that.
The
Where
spirits.
is my...
The spirits
that in.
around him.
All right, let's swing and hopefully hit. All right, gonna hit the cube. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 to hit.
19 definitely hits.
Hoorah, 1d12.
Oh,
Aiden, you were correct. It's when you rage. That was my bad. So
That's okay,
roll on the
that's
table
okay.
first.
Woo! Fair enough.
Magic.
Magic. For 7.
Okay. No. Do you want me to describe it, or do you want to describe it?
It's not as accessible on my page for a hot second, so you can.
All right. So, as you go into a rage, Arctreon, you've got your double-bladed axe out, correct?
Yes, my great axe.
All right, so you pull out that great axe, part of your Leonin furs, kind of singeing and burning from the city of Gelatinous Cube. You just look at this thing. You've already done a dull roar, a couple low rungs as you start pumping yourself up. You can see your muscles starting to grow twice the size. Like your veins popping out of your fur, your biceps, your chest, your leg muscles just start rippling, and your eyes have a dull red hue. Your fangs grow out a little bit more. The vein around you grows a bit more thicker, and multiple flowers and thorn vines start to grow out from the floorboards underneath the preservation pool and start to spread all around you in a 15-foot radius, which makes it difficult terrain for enemies specifically.
Mm-hmm. So as these vines come up, and I can see them kind of almost jettisoning into the cube, making it kind of slower, I guess, more or less to move. And do you want me to roll again to hit, or was that 19 going to
So that roll's fine. So you got 19.
Cool. So I need...
So that hits.
1d12. Correct.
We can't escape the gelatinous
plus
cube.
4. 10 points hit damage.
10 points of damage. Okay.
User.
No problems there. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
I think I'm out of...
So use your action to hit. If you got any bonus actions.
Bonus actions. Bonus action is 2-weapon fighting. But that was a 2-handed weapon, so I cannot.
Okay.
I think I'm going to move, though. I think unless I'm going to take a step back here. Oh, I can't move my character here.
Whoop.
Where it is?
Oh. For some reason, not showing it. That's fine. Where would you like to move it?
One more down. 2 more down there.
All right.
That
Just backing away
perfect.
a little bit.
Yep.
Let me see. I don't know if it can do an opportunity attack. I think it might be able to. Yeah, it does have
That's fine.
a pseudopod, so it's going to make an opportunity attack on you.
Hit me. Hit me, I dare you.
That's a 15 to hit.
That misses.
Misses, okay. So as one of the ooze-like tendrils kind of whips out of its cube-like body, you just cut it in half as it flops down into the water as you back away expertly, still huffing and puffing. Abby, what would you like to do?
Abby's confused as fuck right now.
Now there's this giant lion man.
He's just looking at us and looking at the jelly. It's like, oh god. So, Abby's just gonna trust his gut and believe that this cat fellow is not an enemy.
You say, I swear, if you heal that
You are-
slime.
You are very trusting. You are very trusting.
You know, you can still try and talk to the jelly. You never know. So,
No!
no talking, Abby. Shut up. Okay, so Abby's gonna just kind of snap back to senses and look. It's like, oh, I should probably move. And so, Abby's just gonna slowly take a step back, but also do an Arcana check on this little bit of Jello. 14.
What do you want to know?
What it is?
Oh, you know what this is already. It's a gelatinous cube. It is a mindless, thoughtless ooze creature that just kind of exists to exist, kind of like a jellyfish, and it just consumes and eats things.
Fun. Okay. Cool. So that blue ring around the sorry, I'm forgetting your name.
Archeon.
Archeon. Is that's if it moves inside there, it gets hurt?
So it doesn't get hurt. It's difficult terrain, which means it loses half its movement speed.
Cool. Okay. So Abby just is going to just like produce flame, but throw it at the jello.
Okay.
And whoa. So to hit is 11.
That hits.
Wonderful. I did 2 damage.
No damage.
Oh, I did something.
Wow,
Just like jiggles a little bit.
Boom.
yeah. So you take your produce flame, you like conjure it in your feathered hand. Hits it, goes. It's like a ripples around it a little bit. Just the flame just gets snuffed out by the wet viscous of the gelatinous body.
Avic just kind of like giggles. It's like, that was kind of fun.
All right.
And then can he hold an action still right now?
Was an action for produce flame?
It was a cantrip? Does that matter?
That'd be an action.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
Cantrip.
Okay, cool.
No bonus actions, no nothing?
No. Yeah, Abby's just gonna still be like, what the hell is going on? So
Are
just a
you
little
on the ground or are you flying
I'm still flying.
How many feet up?
I think I was flying up to like just low the max of the roof.
So you were like on the roof side.
So I was just like, I was maybe like 5 feet down from the roof. I didn't know how high it was, but I was just like not at the roof, but lower than the roof.
Right.
Yeah.
I can tell you what that is. Ceilings are 10 feet high.
Okay, so Abby was at 7 feet.
Yeah, 10 feet high on the lower levels, 20 feet high on the uppermost floor. So you'd basically be 5 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. As this is a large creature, you just throwing that fire at it with its insanely low intelligence just is attracted to whatever hit it last. So it's going to use its feature of Ooze Cube to take up its entire space. Oh no, it doesn't move. No, it's going to move its move. So yeah, so it's going to use its engulf feature. So what it's going to do is, at a fairly quick pace, just slide over
Oh god.
to you, Abby, as it begins to just move towards you and just try to engulf you into its acidic cube body. So what we're going to do here is you are currently trying to be engulfed, so you have to make me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
And real quick, does my vines and stuff are still on the ground around?
Oh! Yes.
Does it not get to Ebby yet because of that, or does it have disadvantage?
So-
on it?
Damn. So, well, first, so it can move, and its engulf feature lets it move its entire movement speed. So it basically has double movement. So if its speed is half, it can move, technically it can move 30 feet.
Okay.
So even halved, it would just get to Evie.
Okay.
Because it can use its engulf feature to move its entire speed, and then it still has its movement that it hasn't used yet.
Right. All right.
Technically, yes, but in this instance, even though it's going against the vines, but good call. So as it moves against all those vines, those thorns, those flowers all sprouting out of the floorboards, coming out of the water, it's slowly moving through it, but the vines are like whipping around its acidic cube body, and it's just not able to like get it out of good standing. It's like carefully like ruggedly going through the vines, and the thorns and everything is just sprouting up, but its body's just sort of goopy and going through it, and it's not able to get a good grasp on it as like part of its body's being torn up, but its upper half is still able to lunge over and grab Evie with that. But still, so Abby, roll that dexterity saving throw. Disadvantage. 10?
Yeah.
As you throw that thing. You are now stuck inside the Jello cube. So, you are going to take some damage. As the acid starts to burn through your feathers and your excellent plumage. Ooh. You are going to take 14 points of acid damage. As the acidity just starts to burn through your feathers into your skin. Ah!
What did we learn?
And you are considered restrained and can't currently breathe through the gelatinous viscous of the cube.
All right.
But on your turn, you can try to escape with a strength check.
Yeah.
And alternatively, Arcturion can also pull you out with a strength check.
Okay.
Okay. So that'll be the cube's turn.
Guess your strength is through the roof.
And we'll go over to Arcturion. So you just saw your vines trying to whip up as they're still like slowly growing out of the ground. It hadn't fully sprouted yet as they tried to wrap around the cube, but its body was just too liquid and was able to separate around it or would wrap around and just break right through it to stop it in time and engulfed Abby there. What do you want to do?
Oh, now I have to save the bird!
Welcome to our world.
So I move over, Ark moves over to where Abby just got sucked in, and I immediately, like he gets sucked in, I jump over and stick a hand in there and grab onto what assumably is his arm. And or feathers. And try to do a strength check to try to yank him out of there.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, rolled a 2, 5.
No.
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 I know.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Typical Arcturion styles. It's nice to know you have a missed a beat from
I know.
Dramatic Dragon Saga.
I know.
If anyone here was fans of that show, you remember Aiden rolling so bad all the time.
Oh
I
wait.
stopped using D&D Beyond.
Wait, don't you get advantage on strength checks? You're raging.
You are raging.
Ooh. That is correct.
Save me, almighty lion.
11.
They're out to Jordy.
11 total.
11 total.
I believe
Rolled
you
an
have a
8.
D4 of inspiration if you also want to use that from chat. I'm not going to tell if it's successful or not, but you do have it if you want to use it.
I will for this scenario.
Yay.
I got that 4, baby.
Hey!
He was 12, so
Oh.
good thing you used it. As you take your hulking bicep and rippling arm, rip through a chunk before you put in your other arm to get through the viscous. The acid instantly starts to burn and sting and tear away at your hulking arm, giving you, oh dang, that's fun, 5 points of acid damage as you reach in and grab Ebby's very vibrant green and bright blue plumage of a feathered arm, yank Abby out.
Move! And I toss him to the side just gently. Just not gently, but I give you a gentle, yeah, out of here.
Gentle lead
Yeah.
in this direction.
All right, and I will. I'm just gonna, as I toss him to the side, pull out the axe from my back again, and I'm gonna just take a chunk out of this cube.
Okay, so we'll say that was your bonus action to pull him out,
Yes,
and use an action
absolutely.
to attack. Okay.
Oh yeah. 4. Let's do better than that. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21!
Definitely hits. Roll damage.
Woo! 7.
7 points of damage. Okay.
And then I still have my movement, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye! Am I still not able to move my character?
I'll move it for you.
Okay, that's okay. Just like the farthest left next to that lily pad.
Over there.
A little bit more. Yeah, a little more. Yeah.
Okay. So moving away from this thing, it will get another opportunity attack on you.
That's fine.
Balls. It's a 9.
16's dead.
Once again, a part of the gelatinous cube body rips around, tries to get you. Be able to stay here. Run over to get some distance. And as this happens, we then hard cut back to Quincy and Moss up in the upper levels of the cottage, just about to reach for some of those items that you have found. The stag skull, the porcelain jar with the chicken wing bones in there, the chicken leg bones in there, and that peculiar mannequin with a very ornate helmet on top of its head.
Okay. Before we take this to Devlona, is there anything else in here? What is that? And I'll point to the tortoise, frog. The frog.
I think that's an amphibian.
Want to touch it?
You touch it.
Okay. I'll walk over. Oh, do you want to touch it?
Investigate it first. Like the mouth is like open, and I'm worried that it's like a void. Don't.
So I can't. So basically, with that, when I look into the toad's mouth, it's a void, right?
So make me a investigation check.
I can do those. Ew, I can't do those. Wait, do I have a luck point to spend?
Can I give him the help action by lifting Quincy up
Oh,
and just like looking?
What are you talking about?
I'm 6'3". You?
Oh, that's true. You said perception or investigate. Oh, that's even better. Okay, that's a 15.
Yeah.
15. Okay. So as you're looking in this thing, are you like putting your hand inside of it? Should I see what's inside of it? Or just
No, I'm not putting my hand in it yet.
Okay. So looking in.
Do I feel like a negative aura?
Yeah. So looking into the base of this frog, so it looks like there's like a tree frog statue, like back legs sitting, mouth open like this, agape. Does have like a brass sheen to it with a bit of a green coloration on the top. Big black eyes here. A little bit of a design off of the warty back, a little bit of a spine protruding out of it as well. These little like lines that are kind of weaving in circular motions through the sides of it. But you look, and there's like a bit of light in here shining from the outside. But you're like looking through this mouth. You should be able to see if there's something in here, but there's nothing. Roll me an Arcana check.
All right. Okay. Oh, it's about 18.
18. So you get the suspicion that this darkness is not natural. This is some sort of magical darkness inside of the mouth.
Does it seem like a bag of holding or something kind of similar?
With an 18, looking down the mouth of this thing, it's giving you similar vibes.
Hand goes in. I think it could be a chest. Maybe. If I lose my arm.
I'm literally like looking at you like, Should you?
You kind of just pull it away. What? Wait, no. It's like a bag of holding. I'm pretty sure. I'm confident. I just have this feeling. Let me touch it. Let me touch it. Pull me closer.
What?
Pull me closer.
There.
And reach it.
Yeah, lower him.
As you put your arm into the mouth of this frog statue.
I yell. Ah! I'm kidding.
At first, Moss, you see this as well. It appears like your entire limb disappears into the darkness. Like you can't see your arm past where the darkness begins, and your arm, you don't know where it ends. It's just solid black as soon as you put your hand through it.
I move my
Is it
fingers.
burning? Is it
No,
stinging?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
As you put your hand through this, it looks like it just disappeared into the darkness, and it feels as though your fingers are pushing through cool mud with needles swirling through it. It's this really strange
I should call her.
It's cold! It's cold! Who are you calling?
God
Is it warm, bud?
damn.
It's been a long time.
I drop him.
So, Quincy, as you're sort of putting your hand through what could possibly be an extra dimensional space, much like a bag of holding, a sensation comes over you. This tingling pin needles prick coming up of your arm into your bicep, almost like you're being showered in goosebumps. This warm feeling kind of comes through you. A euphoric wave rushes through your head and your body. It's like a calming feeling. Giving ways like the seas parting for instinct to take hold, and a single thought coming through your head that like this connection to this thing is egging you on. What is it that you desire most? What is it that's been missing from you all this time? Ever since that day when you were young and visited the carnival.
Oh.
What was lost to you?
Oh. That's what I feel, or that's what I'm desiring, or that's what I think of?
Sensation, this instinct coming over you. Almost like smoking the first cigarette after quitting for 2 years. This rush, this feeling wafting over you of pure euphoria, parting this question in your mind to suddenly take hold, this desire that you suddenly want as your hand reaches in. You want to pull something out of it.
Okay, so I'll pull that out. Do you want me to describe what it is? Like,
Up to you if you want to say it out loud or you just want to hold on to that idea.
I think I remember what I told you what it was. Yeah,
Here.
You have it? Yeah, I think what it was Quincy's altruism, so to speak. So like what he lost in the Witchlight Carnival when he all those years ago, like was his desire to help other people. Essentially, it became he lost it at a time when he was on the run. Things have happened. He lost his for better sense, he lost his brother and sister, and being on the run, just wanted to be super preserving, and kind of like was in a mode where he didn't care about other people. So that was an emotion he didn't care about losing. So that would probably be a feeling that he would want back. Is that more of a desire to be focused on others?
Leaving a legacy behind of helping adventurers.
Yeah.
The single thought, this instinct that you've held on to for so long, this desire that you've wanted to be able to help people, but ever since that day at the carnival when you were young, it's never been able to come to fruition. It's been this nagging ambition that you've never been able to fulfill. You constantly can't come up with what idea or what vessel would be the perfect way to do this. You tried a couple things, they failed. You set up a business of some kind to help people, it doesn't go right. You help someone try to find the right direction who's lost. You see them 3 weeks later, they got more lost as you gave them these direction. It's this thing that it just claws at you every day. And then so you take on this persona of this very boisterous, fun-loving character, almost to conceal the dull pain that comes from not being able to make this a priority, to not being able to fulfill this ambition. For whatever reason, putting your arm into this thing, this rush of euphoria comes over you, and the single thought is just undeniable. And as this feeling, this thought comes through you, suddenly,
What?
and as that viscous eel-like mud, cool mud feeling comes over your hand, you're able to pull your arm out. Pull out a letter. A very specific signature on it.
Mm-hmm. I'll look at it, and I'm assuming it's addressed to me.
It is.
I'll open it.
It has this red sealed wax letter with a particular bird on top of a broom of some sorts.
It's a spoon.
A spoon, my mistake, with a crest of 3 points angling down like a shield, stares at you. You open it, addressed to Quincy. Light. Doesn't appear to be anything heavy. Something inside shines back at you. Red coin. That same sigil on it. And on the back.
Well, that's interesting. I'll pocket the coin, and I'll look at Moss and be like, "Stick your hand in there! Do it! You like it?"
Cold. I have no thoughts of calling anyone. I feel goo, and then I take it out. I want to go investigate the helmet.
Helmet. Okay. So going over to the wooden mannequin, you staring at this thing is just like a wooden dump, basically. It doesn't wear any clothes. It's just like random joints, a dull white sort of pine wood finish, various warping and marks on it. The helmet itself looks interesting. It's designed, you look at the front of it, and it has kind of a light copper part to it with like these sort of eye holes like this, sort of a lighter golder coloration that wraps around here, with a bit of a pointed part here that kind of comes down to a nose. Has a smaller circle in the middle of one of the eye with a purple jewel in front of it. On the other layer behind that is a more darker bronze metallic plate that kind of points in an angular position above it. There's little gold jagged pieces that kind of comes down off the sides. That darker bronze metal part kind of cradles the back of the head. And then on the top part of the helmet is a dull sort of gray brass, or dull gray charcoal silver coloration that almost represents what a brain would look like. Various sort of squiggles coming off of the top that is very much separate from the lighter brass and gold plating.
I want to knock on it.
Okay. Monk, monk, monk.
No octopus come out? No? Okay.
Octopus seems to come out.
Okay, so I'm gonna take it off the mannequin. Can I do a history check on it? Would this be an artifact that I know about?
History or Arcana?
Okay. That's an 11.
11. You haven't had one of these in your possession, but
Okay.
looking at the coloration of it, the design of it, that brain-like pattern on the top of it, you've heard about these before. This appears to be a helm of telepathy. So while wearing this helm, you can use an action to cast the Detect Thoughts spell.
What it at?
I'll put it on.
You're about to put it on. You feel a resistance pulling it off of your head.
My ears are too big.
You look
Damn it.
behind you, and the mannequin has the other part of the head and is trying to rip it off of you. And it's here, everyone. So we're going to take our first break.
Yay!
We're going to take our first break here, everyone. We'll be on a break for like 10 minutes or so to refill the drinks and grab some snacks. But come on back as we continue our glorious split party dual battle chaos when we come back.
This is fine. This is fine.
You're doing great.
Don't go away. And we are back. Thank you for letting us take a little bit of break there while we stretch the legs, refill the drink, all those good things. Now let's dive into the chaos, everybody.
Guys.
Yay!
Where
Or the
we
Jello.
last left off.
A mannequin wants my helmet. It's mine now.
Okay. That's not battle music. What the shit? That's battle music.
I calmly ask for it back.
As Moss and Quincy were further exploring a sort of hoard room here, Moss noticing a very particular helmet adorned in brass and gold trimmings with this almost brain-like design on the bulk of the top of it, went to go lift it up and put it on their head, and as they turned around, two of the arms of the mannequin grabbed the helmet and tried to reach back for it. And I need Quincy and Jackie to now also roll initiative.
Ah! Oh, it wasn't good. It's an 11.
Natural
Make
one.
the mannequin fight the Jello.
I'm too busy looking at my coin.
Yeah, you are. Shit. Ouch.
Okay. So Quincy, what did you get? A 1?
I got a 1.
Perfect. Okay. And Moss?
I got an 11.
11. Okay. All right. Perfect. Simply the best. Better than all. So, as this force pulling the helmet away from you as you're trying to put it on, oh, what the hell? You look back, and the mannequin's just grabbing on to the back of the helmet, trying to pull it away from you.
Fuck.
It is gonna get a surprise attack on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna make 2 attacks here. 21 for the first hit,
No.
and a 19 for the second hit. Hallelujah. So the first
Those
one
don't hit.
will be 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh. Okay.
6 points of bludgeoning damage as
Fuck!
the helmets, you're like, look behind you as you're holding the helmet, it's going bam, 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 just pushing the helmet into your face, trying to get it off of you. That was its surprise round. For its turn,
Oh no.
it's going to use its action to make a contested strength check to pull the helmet away from you.
Fine.
What'd you get?
+4 is a 13.
I also got a 13.
Really?
Rollies!
Even getting my nose bloodied by a helmet, I'm still holding myself. Strength check, that is 22.
Fuck off. 21. God damn it. So you start to see Quincy, as you're like just enamored with your coin, this letter, this renewed sense of self starting to wash over you. Just out of your ear, you hear Moss, that's a pretty sweet helmet. I think I'm going to put it.
Wait, what are you doing? What's happening?
Look up and
Hey, what's the
animated
helmet?
mannequin is just fighting with her against the helmet. Blood is pouring down Moss's face as you're able to kind of take your foot, Moss, and push it off the mannequin and take the helmet away from it.
Did you? You okay? You good?
No, it sucks.
Oh,
That was
God.
its action to try to take the helmet away from you. So Moss, you get a chance to respond. What do you want to do?
So it's still animated even without the helmet.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Here, put this on, Quincy. I'm gonna fuck this thing up.
Oh, okay, I'll hold it.
So with my history check, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best, but I know that this is a telepathic, telekinetic,
Helm of telepathy.
telepathy.
So you know that it has the ability to cast the detect thoughts spell, but that's about all you kind of know about it.
Okay. That freaking helmet can cast thoughts. I don't know how many times. We're gonna assume it's once. I wanted to use it for. I start to stand for the battle. I wanted to use it to try and get in touch with Ebby. We heard that roar before, and
We need to get back to Babylon as quick, though.
Well then, what should we do?
Can the thing move?
Yeah, it is. Okay.
It's moving.
Things still lunging towards you. You don't have a lot of time.
Okay. So, okay. So I'm gonna make an attack roll on it with my mace that Jingle gave me.
Yeah, the Mace of Keys.
Nice.
Yeah,
Mace Keys on a giant metal pole.
Of locks. It's heavy duty.
Locks, that's right. On a short metal stick with a bunch of metal locks and padlocks.
21 to hit.
Ooh, that'll hit. Roll damage.
Frick yeah. Okay, let's see. That's 6. Okay. Okay, that's going to be 8 damage.
8 damage. Okie dokie.
And then I think I'm going to use a key point to do a bonus action of Flurry of Blows on it. Okay.
Unarmed strikes. Let's do.
With a key point, I still roll an attack, right?
Yeah, because you're making 2 unarmed strikes, so you roll attack above.
Natural 20 for the first one.
Oh, let's go.
Okay.
And then another attack roll. Boop. Oh, frick. Okay, that was an 8. So,
Yeah, so the first one will hit, the second one will miss.
+5 though, so that's 13. Still gonna hit. It's not gonna miss.
That's gonna miss.
Hit? Okay. Okay. Okay, so but nat 20 though. Ooh, 2 4s. Okay, so that means 14 points of damage.
Is that doubled because of the crit?
Yeah, so I rolled 2d4s for the crit. And they both got 4s. And
Okay.
it's +3, right? So that's 7 each.
Yeah.
14!
Okay.
Walk it up.
So as this mannequin is just reaching out for you, its wooden arms are trying to grab your shoulders. You kind of grab by the wrist and you're trying to pull it up, push it up, bay. Like, Quincy, what the fuck are we doing? He's like, fuck it up. And you try to go in for a sort of a punch. You're like, trying to pull off its arms, like trying to get it off of its body. Then you try to go in for a punch and just kind of wraps around your hit. It dodges it. And fucking, you just take a giant step back and just boom, front kick this thing. The giant imprint of your foot lands into the center part of the mannequin, splintering it in all parts as a tabaxi footprint is just stuck into this thing. Almost like a Super Saiyan charged kick, and then boom, and it splinters all over it. It staggers back against the wall, almost shattering.
This is Mystica!
But it's still standing.
Damn it.
Is that all you want to do?
That's all I can do. I use my bonus
Can you run
action.
back?
Good turn.
Oh,
Get out of the way just real quick.
okay, so hop back to Quincy?
All right, get an opportunity attack on ya.
Damn it.
It's fine. It's fine.
17.
Hits.
All right. 7 points of bludgeoning.
I'm not looking good. I'm not looking good. I'm not looking good.
It just hits against the wall, goes, and just almost a rebound, like smacks its hand back on the back of your head as you try to get away. Ow, fuck! But leaving you a little bit of an opening for Quincy here. What would you like to do?
Okay, sweet. Moss is gonna come here. I want to I'll use Cure Wounds, and Cure Wounds her first, and do that real quick. So that is how much healing you get back that's 7 health
Thank
hit points.
you.
So you get 7 hit points back. And bonus action, I'm gonna have Reggie move in and point towards the thing. He can move 15 feet, so 5, 10, 15. I want him to move pointed towards the thing and blast fire at it. I'm obviously gonna step out of the way.
All right.
Go!
As this thing is splintered and just barely hanging on together, splintering all up the body, down the length, the sides, its giant foot imprint mark in the center of its body as it just bounced up the wall and smacked Moss in the back. Fuck! You're like, hold on, I got this. Move out of the way. Smoke coming out of the hot nozzle of your Griffin Transformer metallic bird friend. Burst of fire comes out of the nozzle. Will it hit though?
It's a DC 15 for the mannequin to make.
Oh, it's a dex save.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
Let's see if this mannequin is spry. 16.
All right, that'll save, but it'll take half damage.
Okay.
So,
definitely if I
The
roll.
sucker
It had
takes.
+0 to dex.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
All
dang.
right, that's a 9 on the dice, so 4 damage, 4 fire damage,
4 or 5 damage. Okay.
4 fire damage.
4 fire damage. Got it.
Yes.
Okay. So as your gun, as it's just limping along like a puppet without strings, blast the right arm off of it, falls off, shatters into a bunch of pieces, smoking charcoal blast coming off the side.
Oh,
Oh, God damn it!
no! Come on. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. How bad does it look?
It looks really fucked. It's on its last legs, to be honest.
Oh,
Probably
shit.
not good to leave witnesses.
Okay.
Witnesses!
Rick.
I don't know. She can talk to things. I don't know.
Sure.
Mess it up.
We're going?
I think we should kill it.
Okay, let's kill it. Okay, well, hopefully it
You
only
have anything
gets
ranged?
Well, before
Um,
that happens, it is the
right.
animated armor's turn.
Okay.
Fuck.
This animated mannequin here. Gonna blast from that thing. Just gonna
Poor
keep going
decisions were
after the
made.
person that tried to steal its helmet. He's gonna go back after Moss.
It makes sense. It's fine.
Well, 2 attacks here.
Oh, no.
Jesus, these are 15 on the first one,
That one does hit.
and then the one's higher than that. So they both hit.
They both hit. Shit.
All right.
All right.
4 points of bludgeoning on the first one,
Okay.
and 4 points of bludgeoning on the second one. So it has this weird marionette, like slow movement at first, and then just a burst of speed as it just slanks behind and just runs at you, just flailing its limbs as they're just lightfully going through the air, smacking you with there's little wooden bats. Like the forearm smacks you in the back of the head.
It has built-in nunchucks. The fuck?
You're like, stop! And you're just pushing it out of the way, and it smacks its leg over on top of its head, and just smacks you out of nowhere. It's like, where is this coming from?
This flurry, what?
Yeah, its limbs are just so lackadaisical, able to just flop over everywhere because it's just a little ball of a joint made of wood. So it's hard for you to maintain. You're like, where is this coming from? It's like a Liam Neeson comedy,
Yeah.
You're standing in frames. I
kind of feel like Poe from Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. Its limbs don't seem to make sense in how they're able to just be double jointed and move. So you're having trouble preparing for a block. What the fuck? And the leg just goes. Whoop, stop! Fucking Jesus.
What? Okay.
But that'll be its turn there.
Okay.
Then it is your go.
Okay, I'm gonna make another hit at it.
Yeah.
So that is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice. Okay.
Mess it up.
Mess it up, dude. So I'm going to use my quarterstaff. I'm going to two-hand it for D8. It wasn't any better. So that's 5 points of damage.
You're hitting it with the staff or the mace?
The quarterstaff, I'm two-handing it, so it's a D8 of damage instead of a D6.
Okay, so as you put the mace down to your side into your sash, you're like, God fucking
fuck you!
And you just hit it right in sort of the collarbone area where the splintering kind of took up, and you just slice through it as your quarterstaff connects to the crack and splinters it in two, and it just falls down to the ground in a bunch of pieces. It is dead.
Are you okay?
Are we out of combat?
You are.
You don't look so good.
I don't look good. Am I able to cast Cure Wounds on myself?
You have spells?
I do, because I took on the Druid feat.
Oh.
That was at level 4.
Okay, so the Druid feat allows you to have access to a Druid spell of your choice?
One first level spell, and I chose Cure Wounds because Ebby was curing the enemies. So I took on healing because our healer likes other people better.
There you go. Yeah, I guess how many spell slots do you have then?
I only have the one.
So it's
Once a day.
one and done every short rest or long rest?
One every long rest.
Okay, yeah. So use that Cure Wounds.
Okay, cool. 1d + 2. Okay, so I still hear music. You said I'm out of combat. Is Quincy out of combat?
You and Quincy are out of combat. But this is certain Leonin and Bird still fighting a gelatinous cube downstairs.
Sure.
Okay.
Now
Now
what you guys do here, then I'm gonna cut over to them.
okay, now that the mannequin's done, I think I'm gonna be like, okay, I want that helmet, and I'm just gonna.
All right. So
While she's putting the helmet on, I'm going to touch her and do another Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
And be like, you don't look so good. And just kind of like,
I don't look.
feel
I don't
away.
feel good. I'm
Six
fine.
Six
I can
votes.
hear colors.
and see
fine.
sounds. Wonderful.
It smells like blue.
Guys, this helmet's magical. Did you say 6?
6, yes.
Thank you. Okay, cool. I'm good. I'm good now. Okay, I want
Put it on.
to.
And then
Yeah, I want. No, okay. How cool do I look in this helmet?
you look pretty
Oh,
sweet. You've got
look
like this
big.
Sword of Owls kind of clockwork imagery with these big, huge, gold-plated eye pieces. This like little purple jewel in here.
I knock on it.
It's kind of curved up here and adorning the sides of these two like guards on the chin. And it cups the back with a gold piece outlining it. And then the top part here is that charcoal silver that has a brain pattern. But you put it on, and it doesn't seem to be working at first because and this is something that you just generally know, but magic items, some items require
Attunement.
You might need to sit with it a
you
little
gotta
bit.
focus on it during a short rest to be able to access its true potential.
I could put it in my bag and we'll take it and you can mess with it later.
Okay, so I put it in, I give it to Quincy, puts it in waffles. Okay, so we've spent a lot of time up here. Let's go downstairs and
I grab a skull off the wall, put that in my pocket, and leave. We go.
Is it skull
I
off
think
the
that was like
wall?
the first thing we pocketed.
Yes, we have the skull too as well.
Okay,
Yes.
so you took the skull. Anything else you want to take, or just the skull?
I think I already ate the chicken legs. I'm kidding, no, I didn't. I don't think so.
The
There's
skull
in
and
a
the
porcelain
helmet.
jar.
Take that too, I guess. I mean, we're.
I
mean,
bag.
we're on a
We're
roll.
Kitchen
We're looting!
sinks.
We're looting!
All right,
Okay.
let's go and get out of here.
I
We have-
wish.
And we
My
have the
furry
thread.
tits are flat.
We have a thread.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
You got the
That's-
thread spool, you've got the
Yep.
porcelain jar, and you've got the stag head.
Yep.
Okay. And then are you rushing downstairs to find out what that roar sound was?
No, I want to talk to Bevlorn and Charm because
Okay.
they're going to be right down there at the bottom of the thing.
All right.
So
We'll go to Ebby and Aiden here, and then we'll cut back to that scene
Yep.
there.
I'm
Best guys.
dying.
Best guys,
you
best.
got this.
So as one
Do
battle
I?
ends, another begins. So with Ebby and Arctreon currently in the midst of battle against a clogged gelatinous cube that was plugging up preservation pool downstairs. I believe Arctreon, you had gone and moved out of the way over there, and that's where we left off. So, Ebby, what would you like to do, friend?
Get the hell out of there. So Abby just kind of like tries to grasp his breath after being shocked again at something engulfing everything of him. And this is not my day. Thank you, friend. He yells to the random stranger that has helped him. Sorry.
No, I was just like,
So Abby just looks at his blob and looks around and sees the door that's behind him and that there's windows. And is like, okay, so then he just kind of flies over to the door and just stands outside. He's like, I feel safer over here, but I'll still help somehow. I'll figure a way. Because he's gonna go to just out here. Meanwhile, totally forgetting that little boy Wonder is there inside the door, but stands in front of this window. Because Abby's about to die. I don't.
I see like leave. I'm like, where are you going?
I live. So Abby's made it this way, and actually, I'm trying to think. Does he want to be there? No, he wants to be at this window. He's like, Abby was like, I have an idea, but I don't know if it's gonna work. So Abby just like kind of like pushes the window enough to make sure it's open that he can do what he needs to do through. And he just tries, and so he just. And Abby's just like, and then Abby starts casting Ice Knife at the thinking that through the window.
Gelatinous cube. Okay.
And so it is 12 to hit.
So wait, are you outside of where are you casting this? Are you outside?
I'm at through the window.
Through the window. Okay. So you got to break the window.
I thought I was opening it.
Oh.
I said I opened it.
Okay. Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay.
So opening it up there. So that'll be, say, a bonus action to do that. Or
Okay.
is Ice Knife an action or a bonus action?
It's an action.
Okay. So you use bonus action to open up the window. Action to straight the sharp, jagged thing of ice. Throw it over at the gelatinous cube. Do I make a save or is it an attack roll for you?
So it's an attack from me.
Okay. So you roll the hit.
Yeah, so I want to make sure I understand this. So it takes 1d10 of piercing, hit or miss. and then the shards explode, and every creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw to take 2d6 of cold damage.
No, on a hit, it takes damage. Not hit or miss, the shard explodes. So
Oh, okay, sorry. I messed up.
you're basically throwing the ice knife. If
Yeah.
it hits, it'll do damage. But regardless if it hits or not, it'll still explode next to it.
Okay, wonderful. So I threw
attack roll first.
12.
12 will hit.
Wonderful.
So damage.
2.
You're really giving it to him.
Yeah.
All right.
Doing great.
First I'll heat the jello, now I'll freeze it.
Icy hot.
You guys.
2 points of damage, and then I gotta roll a dexterity saving throw. Oh, yeah.
On the board.
I'm gonna stop using the digital damage meter. I'm gonna use my actual dice for that.
Listen. It is the
Don't use
greatest
digital
thing
dice.
you could possibly do because I got so fed up with getting the worst rolls on D&D Beyond. I was like, I'm getting dice. I'm getting a tray.
So the dex
Maybe not
save,
the fame.
Abby, I rolled 10.
I still hit.
So it failed. Okay.
Yeah, it fails. You need a 14.
So it'll take 2d6 cold damage on top of the 2 points of cold damage it does. So roll the 2d6 for me.
5.
2d6, 5 points of damage. Okay. So that's 7 altogether.
I helped.
So as Archeon
You're doing
gets
great,
over
sweetie.
the side and shouts at you like, "Get some distance!" Skirts over into the water as this murky, dirty water is splashing all over the place. Archeon slides over with his axe. You're like, "Okay, no problem." Get off to the side. He's like, Archeon's like, "Okay, it's just me and him. No space to work." Then all of a sudden, here, there's like a little window open up. Hear this crystalline, cold sound start to form as icicles start to peek out through the window. So Archeon, you're like, "Okay, just me and him. No distraction." This icicle comes through the window like this, and then you see a just gets stuck into the gelatin skin, just doesn't do anything. It looks, you're like, "Oh, for God's sakes." Then all of a sudden the ice knife just shatters into like 90 different pieces, like a sea urchin just erupting inside of the gelatinous cube as tons of ice spikes just smash all over and then sort of get stuck in there like that. And the cube just kind of rattles for a bit and is definitely perturbed. Took a little bit of damage there.
Nice.
Okay.
We can't do anything else without hurting everyone in the room, so he has to be careful.
All right. So
Well, do you want to tell me that? I could, if you got something that's gonna like slap this cube into the next era, I can. There's lots of doors here.
Abby doesn't know any better to mention that.
That's fine. That's okay. Listen, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do my thing.
Now it is the gelatinous cube's turn. And like we had said, it can move double its movement with its feet. And since there's only one tasty morsel left, going to attempt to swallow Archeon once again.
Fine.
Well, with the rough terrain around it, will it be inhibited at all?
So
Only
it
because
does
he has
it's
the
not,
double
because it has a feature which lets it move its full movement speed before its movement. So technically it has double movement speed. So even though it subtracts half of its speed, it's able to still get within 15 feet because it can do it twice kind of thing.
Yeah.
So any normal situation, yes. But that's the brilliance of the gelatinous cube, as you all found out at the castle.
Yeah, it's great.
It really likes ya.
Stat block will be available soon. Archeon, as this thing just sort of weirdly, fastly just rockets towards you on the skim of the water, still the vines, the flowers that are erupting around you through the floorboards just can't seem to grip on its slippery body. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Saving throw at disadvantage. Dex is +2. 17, 18, 19. 19's the low one.
Hey!
Whoa,
what a dirty
Let's do
fight.
it!
Go.
Walks towards you. You're like, not on this day. And
Yep.
as its cube body like weirdly like just fastly jettisons towards you, as this just gelatin body just sloops through the thorny vines, you see it coming at you. You know what it feels like to be engulfed in this thing. So as it comes towards you, you kind of dodge to one side of the corner, and just almost like a two-handed slice. So a chunk of it, as it comes towards you, just like falls out of it. So an empty space just goes through you as you're able to pass around it and get through it.
Nice.
So it does not engulf you. That was its action. So that's all it can do. At this point, a familiar voice can be heard by you, Ebby, as familiar footsteps clanking with fine leather shoes comes down through the steps, as a particular red tiefling shows up, rapier out, hand axe in the other. Oh God, I can't leave
Like
you
Clamper
for a
Club over
moment,
here.
can I?
Clapper
And like
comes in and
flames
just
erupt from the ground as these ethereal red wings split out for a moment, disappearing for us for a minute as Lucifer shows up and joins the fray.
Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
Fine.
I was really worried though. When you mentioned the footsteps, I'm like, Clamperclaw, don't be a hero. No.
I was like, the only thing I can
Saved
do
a
is
baby.
Clapperclaw is trembling underneath the nearby table on this floor, engaged in the pillowcase, just going, oh God, oh God, oh
It
God.
was a 0.1. It was a 0.1 chance, but still.
I'll say that.
All right. So at the top of the round, Arcturion, what would you like to do? You see this red-skinned tiefling that's new to you kind of show up, open the door. I can't leave you in for a goddamn second, Ebby. This fine rapier comes out of a scabbard, hand axe in the other. These flames, ethereal flames, kind of protrude from these fine dress shoes up from this really nice like suit with a vest on, and these ethereal red sort of magical wings like sprout out for a minute and then disappear in a second, just stating like this battle stance of readiness.
As I like sweep from underneath the cube and turn around, I just see him in the corridor or like in the doorway. I'm just like, friend or foe?
Oh.
Oh, very much a friend.
Help! As I go to attack the cube with my great axe, still a swinging.
Beals to the window. Did you check the rooms?
Oh yes, nothing very exciting, but this is much more up my alley.
17 to hit.
17 definitely hits. Roll damage.
Yes, sir. This is 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, a couple more swings. Kind of getting down the corner edge of the cube, so it's like a square except for one sort of angular piece that you sided off, and then just make these big, long gashes into its gelatin body, but still just wiggling around. It's always hard to tell when battling a gelatinous cube if you're making like a big impact, because it's just this jiggling mass that just doesn't seem to ever stop. But you just keep swinging, and you're making dents, you're making cuts, you're whittling it down, but it's still very much up.
I was going to say, like, what's the condition of the cube right now?
Yeah, it's got a lot of gashes in it. You've taken off chunks of it, but it's still just wiggling and still moving around.
Quick question. When an object or creature becomes frightened, does that mean they can't move?
So when a creature becomes frightened, it has disadvantages on a few things, and it can't physically move towards you. It's scared of you, so it moves away from you.
Okay. As a bonus action, I will use Daunting Roar.
Okay.
What'd I do?
Well, first I have to...
I think I roll a check.
Yes. Is that not going to work? I just had it working like 2 seconds ago.
Sound effects.
Sound effects, of course. Right when I want to use it. That's okay. Yes. So use a bonus action. You made a Wisdom saving throw of 13.
Wisdom saving throw of 13.
DC is 13.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Oof. That is gonna be an 8.
Means he cannot move. Until the end of my next turn.
Let's go.
Nice.
So as you're swinging at this cube, taking chunks out of it, long gashes, a big multiple icicles, jagged ice pieces stabbed through it like a porcupine. You're just getting fucking sick of this thing. So annoying. Muscle still rippling, your rage still going through, and then all of you just hear, oh no.
I swear to God, it's
I tried to hit it. I tried to hit it. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I swear to God, like it's like the second I go to do something, it just doesn't want to work, and I don't know why, because it's like my phone.
Yeah, it's all good. So you stand there, plant your feet, and just loudly, and the whole house can hear this one. There's the panes on the windows like shakes, thing like little objects on the tables like rattle for a minute. Clabbercon on the morning goes, oh my God, oh! It just like shouts vigorously for a minute as this roar just penetrates through it. So yeah, the gelatinous cube is now frightened.
Yes, it has now become frightened. Yes,
Okay.
until the end of my next turn. So
All right, so I believe attack rolls have disadvantage.
it doesn't say that one. As a bonus action, once per short rest, creatures of your choice within 10 feet can hear you must make succeed a Wisdom saving throw of DC 13 or become frightened of you until the end of my next turn. That's all.
Okay, so the frightened condition states that disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls within line of sight of the source of fear and can't move closer to it. So
No
there we
worries. Cool.
go. Okay.
Does that mean it still gets opportunity attack if I move away?
Only one way to find out.
Ah!
Do it.
Well, I
You're
don't
like
want to
a-
move and then get attacked again, right?
But it's disadvantage.
Jump to the window.
yeah. You know what?
Maybe I might.
Can I just do athletics check to jump through that window?
Which window?
The window that Evie is currently standing through.
Let's see. That is currently a 20-foot distance from you. Have you used your movement? No.
I have not used any of my movement, no.
So you could run and do an athletics check and jump through the window if you wanted to.
I'm just trying to decide, like, I don't think, because Ark has faced one of these cubes before, and I don't think this is going to last or go the way that we think it's going to go. So, yeah, I am going to move, and I'm just going to yeet myself out that window.
All right. It will get an opportunity attack on you
That's
at
fine.
disadvantage.
Okay.
6 and a 5.
Miss.
Doesn't hit you.
Like front foot through the window.
Fuck this! It's just like a
just
strong
like
man, like perfectly good leap and roll. Bullet!
Yeah. And I am out of there. I'm out this window.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like this little Frost thing is like watching in the window, and all of a sudden this Leonin figure is like coming out of like Mach 1. Like,
And as you jump out of the way, Lucy just, all mine. Puts in the rapier back in the scabbard, puts the hand axe out, and then you see that he's been wearing this weird metallic bow that's strung across his chest, and the bow is coming from the back as he takes it out and snaps it forward, and the bow turns into like a double-bladed sword, kind of like a Darth Maul weapon. Let's go, and as Lucy races towards this thing, we are going to hard cut back to our good friends Quincy and Moss, who have pocketed a stag skull, a porcelain jar with chicken bone legs in it, and a spool of color-changing thread. What would you two like to do?
You first.
I'll be like,
You
okay.
first.
Well, we hear the roar and everything, and all that commotion and stuff. So I'm gonna run down the stairs still as long scarf, and be like, "Lavlona, we're under attack!" kind of like, and then be like, "And there was a shadow upstairs, and it was after this."
Can I look at Charm's feet?
Look at Charm's feet.
Yeah, I want to see if she has a shadow attached to her now.
Okay, make a perception or investigation check.
I would also like to look and see that as well.
Okay.
Thank you for that one there.
14.
I'm only a 6.
14-6. So yeah, you're looking at the feet of Charm. There's no string of shadow coming
Still
off
none,
of
okay.
them. Nothing attached to their feet.
Some shadow was upstairs causing quite the ruckus, and unfortunately one of your little lawnlings was dead. But it was after this.
My little longlings has passed on. No! Did you bring it with you by chance?
The lawnling. Oh, I didn't want to desecrate it, so I
Could you
left it.
retrieve it for me? I would be very much obliged.
Moss, if you will.
No,
Oh, I mean, I'll go up and get it. I'll
Okay,
go up and get it. No, that's fine. That's what.
No, yeah, as you wish, Sir Longscarf.
I'm
Go
sorry.
up. I rip another part of my dress off, and I just kind of bundle it up. And I'm
Eventually,
just
there's
gonna-
no dress.
I have a mini skirt on now. So I have it in this towel.
Little
And,
Lornling.
yeah.
Thank you, dear. I'll just take that off your hands. Thank you.
It was
As-
pointing at a shadow.
As
And
Lorna's elongated, dry, gross,
Ugh.
frog-like skin and elongated fingers just come over towards you, picks up the little mini Lornling, which looks like a little mini Bavlorna with big bulbous eyes. It's just like a dead mouse. It's just limp. It just goes to it and goes,
Let's find out what you saw before you perished, my one.
Oh.
ah!
Sausage rolls.
Yeah.
her jaw unhinges like frogs' mouths do and just swallows the Lornling whole as you see this bulbous mass just come down the throat and into her stomach. And you see her, this weird feeling take over where they're like here but not here. Kind of like when you just when you eat into like a really good fresh slice of pizza, you're just in this state of bliss. This look comes over Bavlorna's bulbous frog-like eyes, the stringy white hair coming down the face.
Yes. That's a shadow, all right. Oh, poor thing. The spool.
Is this of value to
Time to
you?
take the spool with it.
It didn't. Just want to say,
Where is the spool?
your loyal servant here retrieved it.
Thank you.
Clocks it off you. As you still, for the two of you, see this color-changing spool that has reflective colorations adhere to how you perceive the colors of frustration and self-doubt into this thing. Oh, yes. We would not want to lose this. No. Charm! Just looks over Charm, who's just stuck in this chair.
Now, forgive me if I'm wrong,
Can't,
young
like,
Bavlorna, but is the rules of, hospitality goes, I'm sure you have done quite well, but a charm here, on the other hand, has, well, not been quite giving, has they?
No, it would seem they're not.
And with rule of reciprocity, I think the proper thing to do is to kill her and reward me with everything. I do hear that she has a wonderful thunder balloon. I'm just saying.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Please. Okay. Oh, that's a 16, that's an 18. With persuasion, plus 4, it's 22.
Oh.
22?
Yes.
I rolled a 20.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, this is true. This is very true. So, Charm, not only are you up to mischief, clearly sent by my sister Moongrave to retrieve back her precious spool that I stole fair and square, how many of them are you working for? How many lies have you told me that I was the only one under your service? You come in here trying to steal things that, well, don't belong to me, but are fairly mine. And now you come in here betraying my trust, trying to steal things from under my nose, betraying the rules of reciprocity that you know are ironclad within this place. What do you have to say for yourself?
As the Lornlings are like tugging on the paneling. As Charm, wearing this sort of androgynous, sort of black gown with black high-heeled boots and almost like a witch's hat on top.
Well, you know how it is, Bavlorna. I have loved all of the opportunities that you've given me. The Stormweather Balloon, the position, and
I want Reggie to come down the stairs finally and just kind of like just perch there and be like, oh, that's mine. And just kind of point at Charm.
But don't be too hasty. I mean, Endel and Moongrave, your sisters, and we had a talk not that long ago, and she just wanted what was rightfully hers. And
Bavlorna kind of sits up for the first time after being in this kind of crouched position with her dull gray-green skin reflecting off the light and those sort of coral reef and lily pad stitching of a soiled dress draping down long with like yellows and brown stained swamps colors all over it, long stringy hair coming out the sides, the bright eyes, the bright wide white eyes looking at her, picking up this staff, this crooked wooden staff that kind of comes up and splinters like a T with various sort of crystals dangling off either sides.
I think I've heard quite enough. I don't think your services will no longer be required. I've got friends and helpful servants that can do 2 and 3 times more the help that you clearly have. Ta-ta.
2 stomps of the staff, and Charm sitting there. You see a ring of fire start to encircle Charm.
Wait, no. You're making a big mistake. They're the ones that... Toodaloo. charm, for I was not.
Flames suddenly erupt from the floorboards, engulfing Charm. The two of you kind of stand back a bit as the immense heat takes over you.
Ooh.
Charm's gone. A charcoal ring around the seat where they once were, steaming with smoke.
Let's see how that funny thing fares in the plane of fire. So, you two?
About that thundercloud. Also, there's something going on downstairs, but before the thundercloud, obviously.
Rules of reciprocity state that I should reward you with such vigor for such an act of valor in my stead. The weather balloon is yours, friends. Do with it what you will.
Your generosity, Babylona, is renowned. Oh, I do have a question, though, about that particular spool of thread. Do you want us to hide that for you?
Long as Moongrave doesn't get her hands on it.
What better place to hide than in the sky?
I do love the feeling it gives me when I hold on to it, though. So.
Understandable, but just so you know, the sky, she can't reach that.
Persuasion check.
But if she has wings.
And if she comes searching and snooping, not saying, no, we won't, mum's the word, obviously, but. Ooh, what's a 15? Just a thought. Just a thought.
I mean, I don't want it too far away from me, you see. I like to have it close by.
You know how to get in contact with me, though, right? If you ever feel that itch or that need, bring it right back.
You have proven yourself to be very loyal. Last minutes.
I kind of look over to Charm, or what was left, and be like,
Speaking of loyalty, weren't her servants in charge of the thundercloud? We can easily get rid of them if you so choose.
Reciprocity could go much farther, of course.
Of course, precautionary at this point.
True, we don't need them tattling on Moon.
I don't know what organization Charm was a part of. I'm a new mercenary. Hi, nice to meet you.
You were under my employ, although at least I thought you were under my employ. Kind of hard to tell these days. The other sisters of the Hourglass Coven were a bit competitive, you know. I really like Charm, though, and Bobble, and whatever the fuck the other one. But they obviously could no longer trust. This is how
Say no more.
conduct themselves, so let the justice be swift and ever painful.
Speaking of Swift, that staff is legit. That's cool. Ring of Fire. Is that all it can do?
It wasn't just a ring of fire, my dear. That was a flagship spell. Very, very handy for getting rid of people you don't want around anymore.
Permanently?
Oh.
You have my respect, ma'am.
Well, we must be on our way. There's commotion downstairs. You don't want us to hold on to it. You want us to the thread to be here. If Moonblade or your sister comes by snooping around, as I'm sure they do, we'll be off.
Well, there's one more thing that I require.
Of course, yes.
This treachery cannot go unanswered.
Of course not.
I'm pretty sure that Moongrave and Skabitha put this plan in motion together, for I've been very good at taking a lot of things over the last couple of years, and this is obviously some type of payback, but we cannot let this go unanswered now, can we?
Oh, do I smell a bit of a scuffle coming up?
Thither is not that far from here, as you know, Magdan, and, well, one good turn, I think, deserves another, eh?
Oh, I love these turns.
I think we need to steal something of my good sister Skabitha to balance the scales of sorts.
What does
Got
your...
one thing from Moongrave, now I need the complete set.
And what does your less attractive sister have that you would want?
Exactly. I require Skabitha's portrait.
Huh.
Oh, I'm sure she has plenty of those all over the place.
There's a very specific one that means most dear to her. It's inside Loom Lurch in Thither. It's a giant hollowed out tree deep in the forest. Skabitha likes to hang out there most nights, and it's somewhere displayed in the heart of that tree, and I would very much like hers.
So you would like us to fetch Skabitha's portrait? A particular portrait? Is there a way to get in to her good graces just for a moment? As you know, it is often easier to make our way through on purposeful or reasons.
I don't know, Skabitha's kind of a bitch.
So we're allowed to burn it down. If it burnt down through happenstance, you wouldn't be upset?
I can always find another tree for her to hang out in, I guess.
Okay. All right, just wanted to cover our bases because, as you know, and I kind of motion to Reggie, and he kind of burps and little fire bursts out. Accidents happen.
Well, just don't harm her, of course. She does have a job to do.
Oh, true.
Rule over these places.
Of course. And when would you like this back by? Because as you know, we have our bands and are busy doing other things, and I must get on my way to check on them.
Maybe 3 days' time?
It's cutting it quite close. If we are unsuccessful, I will send word. I'll see what I can do, Babylona. I will do my
would
absolute
be
best.
tremendous if you could. And maybe perhaps there's something I could do for you. A bargain of sorts.
What you're offering? A favor from Babylona herself would be quite helpful for me and my mercenaries. One in particular I have hired. He's not here at the moment, but you'll probably meet him soon. Short, halfling, kind of annoying, but it's all right. What could you offer us?
That's completely up to you, my long-eared blue scarf friend.
Well, if I do not return, my mercenaries in my stead will, and we will get you that portrait back for you.
That sounds lovely. Oh! One other thing about my dear sister Skabitha.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, all the details.
She tends to forget the first creature she sees when she wakes up, although her memory of it returns each night when she sleeps.
Does she have a time when she wakes up?
I don't know.
Noted.
Effect.
She
A creature forgotten by Scabatha in this manner seems to be invisible.
I kind of look over at Moss and be like, that is useful information, Bavlorna. I will eye I'm gonna eye one more time the thread, just kind of like look down at it and back up to her and be like, all right, we'll be on our way.
Yes. Do hurry.
All right, there was yelling downstairs.
Protect Bavlorna!
Yeah! And we go.
Toodaloo.
Close the door, and I'm run downstairs.
So running downstairs.
Yeah.
I'm repeating fuck.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
So as the two of you run downstairs, you come across
Evie and a lion outside peering through a window. No!
you come downstairs to a gelatinous cube fucked up pretty badly, an open window with the hulking Leona next to a pretty fucked up Evie, who are outside peeking through the window against this thing, as you see Lucifer, calm in his three-piece suit attire, taking out an arrow from his longbow and just shooting at the gelatinous cube.
Oh my, what is happening?
Oh, Quincy, Moss, so good of you to join the party. That's a hit. I am killing myself. I'm killing
As I'm peering through the window, I'm just like, more friends of yours.
Yes.
Who's that?
Now it's a fair fight.
Metal arrow.
It's the one that saved me from the burning.
And then with two-weapon fighting, he's going to... Oh, no, he needs both hands free. That's right. So, shoots off the first arrow. He'll burn an action surge to shoot another arrow.
Let's go.
Do it.
And that's a hit again.
Yeah.
So 7 points on the first one, 5 on the second. So that's 12 points of damage to the gelatinous cube.
You're doing great, Lucy.
Okay. And then Quincy and Moss, I need you to roll initiative again.
Let's go. All right.
18.
17.
Woo! Look
Nice.
at you. 16 and 17. Okay. So after those two arrows go deep into the gelatinous cube's body, it gets stuck inside of it. Hard to tell if it's any damage, but you can start to see liquid starting to protrude out of the holes that the arrows sliced into from the inside the body, signifying that it's like some type of bleeding effect that's starting to happen. And that the cube is like its body has got chunks of it away from it, deep cuts, and the body's not very full anymore. It's like
Nice.
Flopping a little bit.
Weakness!
So after Lucy is Evie.
Woo.
Peering through the window, what would you like to do?
I have no idea. Actually, I do. Okay, let me just make sure. Abby's just gonna cure himself because he needs to. He's starting to undo his healing word hum on himself. For 5. Wonderful.
5 points of healing.
Hey, it helps.
Counts.
It helps. He's no longer truly flickable. Yeah, that about does it.
All right, as you kind of look to yourself and Archeon, you're kind of leaning on the bulbous Leon and Barbarian as you just hum for a minute. Everything.
Bird, don't look at me like that.
As parts of your skin that were burned are starting to heal over, and some of your plumage that plucked out from the fight start to grow back, start to cover some of that exposed skin. Is that all you want to do?
I'm just gonna yell to them. It's like, don't go inside it. It hurts.
You didn't know that?
No.
All right. So after Ebby's go, it is back to the gelatinous cube, cowering in fear of our.
Oh yeah.
It is going to straight up back up 15 feet into Quincy.
Ah!
I said, don't go into it.
Do I get to do a dexterity saving throw or something?
Yes. Let me just see here.
Its attacks are at disadvantage though.
Correct.
I think because it's dexterity, I don't know if it matters. Oh,
Yeah, but
does-
if it was making an attack on you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's going to go straight into you. So yeah, it's a disadvantage dexterity saving throw.
Okay. It's an 18. It's a 13. 13.
DZ's 12. You just able to
No, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me!
as the cube has like a lot of cuts in the front of it, sort of staring at the window, and after that roar, and you come down, it goes and just backs up, and you're like, oh shit! Out of the way. So you merrily miss it. So that'll be its turn. Top of the round, Archeon.
Yeah! It's a fair fight! And I like go back through the window, I guess, because I've kind of made a gaping hole in the window. And I will literally go right behind the cube. And
big boy.
Yeah. And I'm like
Oh.
running up with the axe, like
No, we see like a
dragging behind me.
7-foot Leon and come through the window. We're like,
Yeah, that's what
oh.
caused it to back up as it's going away from the window towards the stairs. The Leon is like, come here, you motherfuckers! It's like jiggling away and almost backs into Quincy.
Oh, got it.
All right,
So
so make
I
your
will-
strikes, Archeon.
Yes, sir. 12.
12 hits, roll damage.
1d12. Come on, give me 12. I want to see 12. But no, I got no, it's that. So 2. It's only 6 on that one.
Did you add your damage from your rage?
Yeah, it's still 6.
Okay.
I rolled a 2. It's plus
Damn it.
4 plus the 2, so 6.
All right, so one giant swing.
Kitty.
Trying to think of
Mike
what else
Wazowski.
I can do because
I believe you have 2 rages, right?
I got 3 rages actually.
3 rages. So technically, you could end your rage at the end of your turn. So then when you go back to your turn, you can turn it on again and get another wild magic roll. If you wanted to.
Yeah, because like one of my other things that says other, it says wild surge there.
Yeah.
But that's for that one. I could do an unarmed strike.
Good.
No, that's fine. I'll just do the unarmed strike then,
All right,
just for shits and giggles. Put it 19 to hit.
that'll hit.
That's immediately 4 points of damage.
Okay, whittling it down. As you, and again, you just a giant overhand swing in the middle of it, pull it down. You got a big chunk down the middle. 2 parts of the gelatinous cube bodies kind of walk.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Kev, come back.
You destroy the gelatinous cube. Good job, everyone.
I broke it.
Yay!
And here I thought it was my enchantment was going to go away.
Nope, it's Kevin. Yeah.
I broke the cube and the game.
odd.
Yes.
It's odd now that Kevin's frozen. All of you are like moving perfectly normal for me.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Super smooth.
Right? You guys are talking fine, but just every head's like,
I love how he said
I know it's like this.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
it's
There it is.
Oh, weird. Okay. Sorry, Jody Rose. We're probably gonna have to move things around for a minute.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I was saying, the front of this thing is now so clawed at and hurt that you are starting to see the front of it kind of fold over a little bit. This thing is looking extremely hurt. Some of the ice knife thing.
Oh no!
Oh heck.
I know what I'm getting him for Christmas. Better internet.
Oh.
Hardware? Oh yeah, because the old ones. Let's see. I have a really old one that still has like a CD player on the side and all that cool stuff.
Whoa!
Didn't they get rid of USB ports as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, on some of them.
I
Like
think
On
the
mine,
Slims.
yeah.
So yeah. Yep. Sooner or later you have to buy your screen separate.
Yep. Apple do that.
Actually, since I got the iPhone, like the newest one, I was on the plane. I was like, all right, I'm gonna plug in my headphones. I'm gonna like listen to music, and I like literally pull out my headphones, pull up my phone. I'm like,
It don't fit.
There's no aux port.
That's right.
Aux port. It's an iPhone.
Yeah.
I've had a Samsung since I was like 16.
Mhm. You need a particular. You have to. It has to have
The
the
thingy.
the lightning cord.
the
yeah.
thingy.
What's it called? It's called a dongle. It's called a dongle.
What?
It's like, yeah, it's called a dongle.
Yeah, it's called a
goes
dongle.
into your charging port.
It just
and then
hangs
has
there.
The aux cord. Yeah, it's called a dongle. I'm like,
Yep.
whoever, listen, you thought of that. That was creative. But we see you. We see you.
You know, like the big thing for a plug when you plug it into the wall, like the big chunk ones. It's called a wall wart.
What?
It's called a wall wart, like a big chunky, like the big square plugs. If you just push it in the wall, it's called a wall wart.
So if it gets plugged into the roof, it's become a mistletoe. So
Wall wart?
A wall wart. Yeah.
a well word.
That's at least what my technical director calls it and taught us in college and theater.
Jordy,
Somebody touch the wall wart.
Jordy, you run stream, right? Do you know how to do a poll? Do you want to do a poll right now for iPhone versus Android? Let's do it.
iPhone.
Yeah.
iPhone is better
Oh,
than
okay.
iPhone.
I
Listen,
know, but this is good
hold on.
engagement, everyone.
Listen,
good engagement.
I am now the DM. If you look on the screen, I am the DM.
I am now the
Look at me,
DM.
look
I
at
have
me,
the
look at
power. Okay,
Roll for control.
you're at the Jello part right now.
Ayo.
Hello.
We taking over. Connecting audio.
Holy shit. Sorry, everyone. My internet
You were
decided to say fuck you.
in mid position like this.
Again, like for 2 times now. Don't do the arm motions. I think that's what's messing it up.
I can't wait to get better internet. Going with the cool stream effect. Okay. Before I jet off into obscurity, thing looks fucked. Cool. Anyway, so moving on. That was Archeron's go, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Quincy, what do you want to do before I?
All right. No,
obscurity?
you're good. I'm gonna run away from this thing. So I'm gonna run back here, run over here, 10 to 20, 30 right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it with a crossbow.
Okay.
And I'll whip it out, try to shoot at
Get
15.
out.
15.
15 hits.
All right, 1d8. That's 7 points of piercing,
Nice.
and that's it. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
Like a peer
Yeah,
from
that
around me too.
crossbow-
I'm like, ah!
As that crossbow comes out there, Quincy, you're like, kill it, kill it, kill it. You pull out your pack, the things pull out. Big, like, thick rod just hits it right in the side. Liquid sort of pouring out of it, wobbling back and forth. You see it quivering as the Leon is right up in its face, clawing at it. It's like barely hanging on, like its body's getting shrinking and crumpling. Then death's door. And with that, we come to Moss.
Okay, I am not a ranged fighter, but I have some darts. apparently in my inventory.
Darts?
We
Not-
get some
not
darts.
But
Dirt?
fucking darts.
Yeah,
Lights a
but not
cigarette, puts it out
daggers.
in the
I got
shadow.
darts. I got some darts, dude. So we'll try that. Oh, it's a nat 20.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go!
What? You got nat 20?
I got nat 20
Oh,
Yep.
fuck. Okay.
with my dart.
Bullseye.
Nice.
I pull like a
Maybe Ramon
bamboo
that
rod
shit.
and I go.
Hey, yo.
Okay, so that'd be 2d4s then.
Say hello to the bad guy.
Let's go. Okay, so that's 4, 2 plus 6, so that is 12 points of damage. Right? So 7, 5. Yeah, 12 damage.
Boss, how do you want to do this?
Oh my gosh!
I love it twice. That's twice now on cubes.
Right?
It is. It's twice on cubes now.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, you got the first one in the castle.
I think at this
She also
point
killed the thingy thing, the big guy, the Jewelblex.
Jewelblex at the castle, yeah.
Oh, yes, okay.
then I have to pass the glory on to our new ally. I look to the Lionel and I'm just like, you do the honors. Hold him for me. And I was like,
So, as Archeron, she's like, hold him up for me. Like, fine. Fing, fing, like Sabretooth. Stick it in the side of this thing and just hold it up. And Moss, you can kind of see the crystalline sort of sea urchin spike ball that Evie has embedded into this thing. Looks like it has a breaking point where if you just throw that dart perfect in a bullseye, it'll shatter it in all places and just rip this thing to shreds. And you're able to see that. And you do this thing where you turn around and you just matrix run up the wall and corkscrew yourself with the dart in front of you, so you are the nail, and just go through it, and it shatters in all directions, and the ooze flops down on the walls and on the floor, stopping with acidic residue on the floor onto your party members as well, starts to burn through their clothes and on their skin.
Not me, I'm out a window.
yeah, no.
But you have successfully murdered the gelatinous cube.
If I darted, I was like,
Abby's gonna hop through and stand on the table.
hey, thank you, Raiders.
Ricky!
Thanks, Raiders. Hi.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, hi Ricky!
Y'all just saw us
94-person raid.
a huge gelatinous cube.
They just murdered a
Let's
giant
go.
gelatinous cube and are about to meet their new Leonin best friend here.
Yay! Hi.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Okay, so with the gelatinous cube suddenly bursting into multiple pieces, clattering on the walls and in the dirty water, that's now getting it was starting to get a little bit purified because you unclogged that well and new water was spouting out of it, but now there's just gelatinous cube junk and dirt and twigs and stuff inside. But with that thing destroyed, the rest of you standing in front of this very hulking, intimidating Leonin figure. What would you like to do?
Sorry. Jordy's still.
Oh, Jordy,
You're
not
muted.
being
You're still
kept in.
muted. You're good, dude.
Sorry.
Quincy,
What?
where's Clapperclaw?
Oh my gosh! Oh,
Where's Clapperclaw?
Clapperclaw!
Clapperclaw!
You look
Where are you?
over to this table over here, and just a very short, 4.5-foot figure encased in a pillowcase, just shaking.
I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna run over. So I'm just gonna. Clapperclaw?
Is it over?
It's over, buddy. It's over.
No.
You good?
Take the bag off his head.
I have something for you.
Lower
Moss
down the
found this.
pillowcase, revealing Clapperclaw's body with the gored head that's kind of cut like a jack-o'-lantern smile, with these giant crab claw-like hands and scarecrow-like body with little boots with sticks hanging out of them. This amalgamation of a weird fey creature sort of brought to life looks over to you. Oh.
Hey, Clapperclaw. Can you tell me one more time about the head that you're missing?
Yeah, can you tell us that story
Of course
again?
I can. It was a big stag head with big old horns and a long snout. It used to be on this head, but now I have this gourd on my head that's kind of empty and has a little bit of coins inside of it. I don't know how they got there, but as I walk around, it jingles a little bit.
Okay. Well, Moss found this, and did it look something like this? I'll pull it out of the bag.
Obviously, this is just a gourd head with like cut eyes and a cut smile, so it animates a little bit, but you just see like the little eyes that are pointed down here just go.
Oh, honey.
I think this is yours. Would you like it?
My. Oh my! Where did you get it? I thought Acton took it all that time ago when they bullied me and pushed me in the mud.
Well, some good things end up coming back to us.
Oh God. All right. Well, if you don't mind, just turn around for a minute.
Oh, of course.
Turn around.
Turn around.
You too, Leonin.
Oh, I'm like still wiping like acid out of my eyes. Like, what? Who said that? Huh?
It's fine. Just wipe your face around away from me. Okay, that's fine.
Turn around.
And those of you can't see, but if you want to take a little bit of a peek, you'd see Clapperclaw kind of take its two claw hands and take its gourd head and pop it out of its small scarecrow body and put it to the side. It takes the stag head, puts it on. Oh, that's much better.
I whip around. I'm like, excuse me?
What?
Oh, thank you so much. I was really having a hard time with that gold head on this while.
Can I, like, take it off and put the gourd back on? I like this
wait a
voice.
second.
No, I can't deal. No, gourd back on.
Oh, okay, I guess
I don't know.
that can be fine. No, that's okay. I don't know if my voice changes, and I know it can be a bit nerve-wracking for people. But I could probably maybe stack the two. I could put. Oh, this looks pretty good as well.
This is so much fun. I give him his heads back. We're like, all right, that's great. I'm done.
I mean, this one stag head really does mean a lot to me. I can't believe that you two would go to these lengths to return my stag head to me. It really does mean a lot.
You're welcome. Do you feel braver? Like, do you have combative abilities now?
Is just your voice affected by this?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
He's the same, just
Okay,
different voice.
Okay.
Different octave.
These things got pretty good grip, but
I know.
I mean, I don't really like to get in the fights too much. I much rather kind of look at things from a distance. This body's pretty frail. I mean, it is made of straw, and I do have crab hands.
Can we take you and put you in a different body? If your head's replaceable, can we put your body in something else?
I don't know, because he took his head off as a gourd and put a stag head on. I think the essence of him is in the body.
Can we take you, Clapperclaw, and put you in something else?
What about the mannequin we saw upstairs? I fucked it up, but
I made it.
Watermelon on his head and see him roll around.
You put a watermelon.
What?
You just come up behind him and be like, wait a second.
A watermelon?
I don't know if that's how that works necessarily.
It's coming from the stag in your hand.
Are you gonna eat that? I'm like pointing to the gourd in his hand. Are you gonna eat that?
Oh.
Not a
And
How about you eat that watermelon?
I'm talking the gourd. And I just grab the little gourd out of his hand and shake whatever change is in there. I shake it out of the eyes and the mouth and just.
Oh my god!
Oh, well, okay, Clapper Claw, you got your head back.
There's no turning back now. Only that
And
option.
you bite a big part of the gourd, and it just like that hard-shelled pumpkin sort of feeling grabs out of it, and a few silver pieces fall out. There's about 10 silver pieces inside.
Nice.
It's just like I just take the change in my pocket in my little sack.
I want to look up to the 7-foot tall Leonin. Who are you?
Who said that?
Down here, up here, waist level, right here.
I kind of scooch down a little bit and just like. I was about to ask you the same thing. What are you doing here?
Did you bring that slime?
I brought the slime.
Why am I not surprised?
Of course, Abby brought the slime.
I was
doing my
stuck in
job. I was
stuck in-
hired. I was doing my job. I was here to empty the pool.
Well, luckily he did, because I was stuck in that slime for 2 days.
Oh.
2 unbearable days, and I am hungry.
Oh.
You say to Gord.
1 gourd.
He's a
Wow.
feline. He wants meat.
Do you where you headed then,
Just
friend?
upstairs.
I don't think that's any of your business. Who am I to trust you?
People that came
I
into
told you-
the
I
room
told you-
and instantly helped you with a slime.
Help me with the slime, please.
Well, at least this one did. I point to Moss.
Abby leans in and is like,
I pulled you out, just so you know.
Can we do oh crap, I can't remember it. What'd you say, Abby?
Abby leaned in and is like, I pulled you out. And kind of under his breath said, I pulled you out of the slime.
And I'm just like favoring him. I'm like, I know it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I'm chaotic good, so at this point they don't know this, but I'm completely playing them. I'm yeah.
And he looks back down the hole, going back to his mind about the job he had to do.
Okay. Where'd it go? I want to take my ball of yarn, Fluffy, and I want to toss it across your face and see if you chase it.
She's a giant ball of yarn.
I have a giant ball of yarn. I don't know where it went. I had it.
Do you actually have a giant ball of yarn?
I have a giant ball of
Yeah,
No,
yarn.
I thought you meant in game. You're like, oh yeah, no, I didn't know you meant IRL.
In game and in real life.
Literally have one. I don't know where it went.
Did Gajiel take it?
No, I just ha. Eh. Throw it.
And I literally catch it.
Ah, shit.
Oh, he's good. You want to party up with us?
That depends. And I give you back the ball of yarn. Where are you going, friend?
We're here to usurp we're here to stick it to the mans, which is technically an Hourglass Coven who's ruling over this world, and we're here for Zabellan, who's the former ruler, and we're trying to make sure that she gets back in here, and she's kind of somehow secured here, and we don't really know how, but we're going to head over to the sister of this place, which is Samantha or whatever it is, and they have to take out a portrait here so we can come back to Bavlona, and because she wants to do us a big old favor.
And I just put a paw on his face. Because he's just yammering. I'm like, stop.
And I'm here to fix the hole.
We have a thundercloud balloon!
Oh yeah, Abby, we secured the thundercloud balloon. It's ours now.
Abby just stops what he's doing, just kind of goes off to a daydream.
I too am looking for 3 sisters: the Moongrave, Skabatha, and Bavlona.
Perfect! Bavlona is upstairs, but please don't kill her because we have a job to do for her first.
Where? And I'm like in midst of still anger because I'm still looking for at least one of the three sisters. Where is she?
I'm like, wait. I grab on his
drawn.
like thigh, and I'm just like, no.
Your eyes like leg.
No. Wait, hang on.
Down
I'll
the
make you
hall.
snacks.
Fair feline. We have made
Still,
a
like,
deal.
frozen in air.
Just off the ground.
Fair feline. We have made a deal with Bavlorna under a disguise. And I think obviously right now Quincy's like himself
Quincy,
now.
yeah.
We believe she has more power than her other sisters, so we should instead go after the weaker ones first.
Listening.
She just poofed this witch lady to another dimension, the plane of fire. So I don't
We
know.
saw
if her. At least yet.
We are not allied with her. We are simply playing our cards.
And our cards currently involve bluffing and manipulation.
With my
Balloon!
with my war hammer in hand, still just need a little more convincing. How can I trust you?
It pays 1,000 gold.
Oh,
Money is no use to me.
Okay, good. I didn't have 1,000 gold.
this was about bluffing!
And I'm now kind of like flipping the hammer in my hand. Mildly
What?
getting
That was
impatient.
funny. That was funny.
Clabberclaw kind of pipes up when you mentioned you made a deal with Bavlorna, and Clabberclaw goes, said you made a deal with Bavlorna?
We did
yes,
not shake hands. It is not a Fae promise.
apparently, and she didn't know my real name, so the Fays don't know my real name either. So, but apparently, Skabatha has something that Bavlorna wants, because Bavlorna apparently has some beef with her sisters. So Bavlorna has this thread belonging to Moongrave and wants to have something from her other sister, Skabatha. So she sent us to Skabatha to go take her portrait and bring it back. And if we bring it back, Bavlorna will give us a pretty hefty, almost, I'm assuming, like anything we want.
So you're going to Granny Nightshade.
That's Skabatha. Yes. Then yes.
You see Clabberclaw just lower the stag head.
We don't expect you to go with us, Clabberclaw. I know that's where you were created.
She created me using a tormented child's soul.
Oh.
Evil tasks for her until I was able to escape. I don't know if I could go back there.
We're not
Honestly-
asking you to.
But
I'll do what I can to help you. You've turned my beautiful stag skull back to me, and if I can be an assistance, I will do so.
We could use a getaway driver in our new Thundercloud balloon.
bring the creature. You might know the way.
So you're coming.
It's settled.
All right, good enough.
And I grab him by one of the antlers and look at him like, no, you're coming with me, though. Yeah, you're coming.
The head separates from the body and falls on the ground.
Does anybody have any tape?
I
I'll just
have
like
rope.
I'll dig into like waffles and I throw out like random crap. This is how over here.
We used to have a gourd.
Oh, can we investigate that jar?
What jar?
Oh, pull out the jar of chicken
Oh,
legs.
jeez. Hold on. And I like have his body in one hand and I have his head in the other. And it's like,
Oh,
The-
thank you, kind sir. That's very, very thoughtful.
Oh,
are you coming with us? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, how do we get out of here? We need to get back to the Sloggy Court together.
I need to
Morgarts,
fix the hole.
What?
you don't have to fix
Ebby,
anything.
you
Ebby.
notice that ever since you took that gelatinous cube out, new water has been flowing into the preservation.
There was a fur ball in the drain.
There's a hair in the drain.
Hair got in the drain. See?
I guess Evis is like, I think I fixed it. I don't know. That came out of it.
Done good, Abby. Done good.
Are you good on your word?
But and then Abby starts telling them all the information she knows about this being like a healing pool.
Oh.
A healing pool for Bavlorna specifically.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember when we first came here, I put a paw in the pool and it caused a burning sensation. So I think it's acidic.
The thing is, it was acidic because a gelatinous cube was stuck in the well, causing the body to run through the water and make it acidic.
I want to go inspect the pool then. Because, you know.
I'll stick a paw in again.
All right. Never mind.
Okay.
I belly flopping.
I'm about to just dive in the hole because I don't want to die anymore. Oh, but also Abby also did tell them about like it makes you youthful, turns back time on your age and stuff like that as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come out like a
So my paw becomes a baby paw.
It's a meow.
Oh my god. Hold on 1 second. Like you
Yes.
take your hand and you dip it in, you're like, weird.
Yes.
Put it back.
Oh, and there's meat upstairs. Abby tries to swallow those words. If you want meat.
Well.
So many things are happening.
And the guy coming back with my 5 jars?
After you're sort of talking with everybody and conversing, this wrinkly, leather-skinned, white, bushy-eyebrowed, red-hooded, small fey creature starts to come down. Who are you? And just
An associate!
Yonin.
That's none of your concern.
Everyone's like, don't mind him.
The red cap puts down the 5 jars for you. I'll be right back.
No, and I grab him by the. I was about to say, I grab him by the collar and lift him up. And like, and where are you off to, my delicious-looking friend?
It's true. I just seen him eat something inedible.
Make an intimidation check at advantage.
Guess whose intimidation is through the roof too.
Abby leans over, like,
two.
Abby leans over, like, he eats birds, I think.
I'm sure he eats whatever he wants.
17.
This little wrinkly, small creature, pointed ears, big bushy white eyebrows, a red hood covering its blood-soaked dried apron, and blood-soaked hands with big metal boots on its feet. No, don't like to be eaten. Do you like vulture? I got a bunch of vultures upstairs, all plucked and ready to go. No. What do you want? Stop it.
Lower him back down, and I look at my companions and be like, well, what do you want from him?
Do you have any information? What do you? Who are you?
He's the jar man.
I'm the chef. Chef for Bavlorna.
You like your job?
Not really. I like murdering people, but she said I can't do that anymore.
Is that what you're doing to me upstairs?
Lionel, you should eat him.
He's a murderer.
No, I'm not anymore. I'm reformed. I only murder birds for food.
Abby glares at this thing.
How strong are your loyalties to Bavlorna?
Pretty shaky right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Perhaps we have some use for this small morsel.
He just said he likes to kill people. I say eat him.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this is getting really hard to do. Just, what do you want?
My jars. Abby goes for the jars.
All right, show of hands. I eat the short one. Show of hands.
Do you have any information for us that we might find useful before your death?
I raise my hand.
If you want to dress a vulture, you want to cut its head first.
I'm done. I'm bored.
Okay.
You get back. No.
Am I allowed to am I allowed to kill him?
Okay.
Cool. In half. Like in half.
Oh my god.
Make a strength check at advantage.
Oh my gosh!
Dude, this is like my
Is this gonna terrify Abby?
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
Can I put a paw over his eyes?
It was a 13. Highest was 13.
Oh.
That's
it's
okay. Let him
messy.
waste it on this one. I need my strength check.
It's a messy tear.
He's just
So
like
you start to try to tear this thing in half. One hand on the bottom jaw, one hand on the top jaw, and you start to. You can hear the bones breaking and the jaw unhinging as Archer starts to snap this person's head in two, rips on the side of the mouth start to tear as blood starts pouring down. It's just screaming, but you're having a hard time ripping it all the way through, and the joints kind of get stuck, and this thing is just tortured, writhing in pain, screaming as its limbs are flailing everywhere.
So dark.
Blood is spurting at your face and at your mouth, Artriana. This thing is writhing in pain, and it's not an easy thing as you thought it would be. Like, hold on, I'm just.
I'm covering Emmy's eyes. Cover his ears. What is going on?
Can I just like take like the side of his head, just bite him in the neck?
Roll, make an attack roll.
An attack roll?
At advantage.
At advantage, I got a 19 on this one. Let's see if I got a 20. 19.
You hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because it's will be unarmed strike then, right?
Sure.
Sure.
Well,
You take a giant bite into its jugular, rip out a piece of skin.
I have no remorse. I have literally, I'm literally just
There's
this is a
so
normal
much
Tuesday.
blood now in the preservation pool. The clear liquid that was starting to come to from the unclogging of the well. There's now just a cloud of redness filling the preservation pool. As a single act, you thought you'd be ripping open like a phone book, but you got like a third of the way there, and you're struggling. You're like, fuck.
My paw's large enough that I'm covering Emmy's eyes and ears.
my mouth is just open. I'm like,
And at that point, I'm just now eating this dude.
So
I am
it's like,
I am
it's
straight up
like-
just chewing on this.
I think I'm just gonna take Emmy and just go outside.
The jar's like, run
And with your Leonin friend ripping the jugular out of this thing and slowly eating it like the leader of a pride would. Slowly the limping stops, the convulsing starts to slow down, and there's just a couple twinges from the red cat body as half of its body is ripped down past the sternum, and giant chunks of meaty flesh are taken out of it, and this giant red stain around the mouth of the Leonin down its chest and neck and on its fur is just dripping down into the preservation pool, now covered in red solid blood.
you're crazy.
Want some? Anybody? No?
And it's there, everyone, that we're gonna end the stream.
Thanks for the raid.
Perfect way to cap off our glorious return to Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Oh my
Thank you
god.
all
Just
so
eat
much
'em.
for joining us in our return session. Thank you for the raids. You guys are awesome.
Thank you,
to
Ricky.
Aiden
Yeah.
for coming on board to the cast. This was a blast, everyone. Sorry about the disconnections there. But hopefully within the next couple of weeks, they're going to have this whole new streaming setup. We're going to get new internet. Everything's coming very, very soon. But it feels good to be back. I hope my players are happy to be back. Great to see you again, Shane, after a break from the castle and all that jazz. But yeah, guys, we've got plenty more chaotic goodness ready for you. So we'll be returning not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, although there is talks about maybe going weekly. But we'll let you know as that kind of thing develops. But yeah, everyone, until next time, stay safe, wash your hands, roll high. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.